put this in real quick because you guys might come here. You'll be like, what's here? And I'm like, well, shit, I didn't put it there. So
Sometimes it do be like that.
sometimes it do be like that. All right, let me get my music sorted, of which I have gotten more and figured out some commands to make it less annoying to deal with.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Home.
Oh, here we go. All right. So to recap, yesterday or a couple of days ago, Haley, Melistra, and Malu found themselves alighting on the shores of Piltover, the city of Progress, at the peak of its citywide celebration, Progress Day. They found themselves lodging and then managed to make their way into a run-in with a certain mechanical man by the way of Victor. Accidentally renting someone's house out from underneath them is never a good place to start.
My name's Camille.
And yeah, basically we've already met Caitlin, we've met Vi, and now we're standing face to face with the Piltovan woman Camille, whose legs are made of knives, and that's what we're going to pick up from today.
Yes, you are. So, let's move you guys into the room real quick.
Her knives are made of legs.
Her knives are made of legs.
Yes.
Would that be like
I haven't
piercing, or would that be bludgeoning?
That would be piercing damage. I haven't even started drinking yet, dude. Like, I've got no excuse. I've been working all day. I'm tired. All right.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've heard a lot about you. Me and one of your colleagues go back a long time. Take a seat. We have much to discuss.
Yes. Haley will take a seat.
Now, I understand your last day here has been adventurous.
Interesting was one way to put it.
You've come at a very interesting time. With this new threat to the city and powers that be, me and my family are stretched thin. But seeing that Zarkon, someone I bargain on trusting, has high regards of you and your motley crew, I've decided that we could help each other. If that's something you'd be willing to do.
Well, yes. We'll help you where we can.
Okay. I'm part of the Ferris family. My family oversees law enforcement and information inside Piltover and Zorn to an extent. The capture of my brother and the Medada son and heir is quite troubling. We have known for some time that the church was planning to make a move, but all this slipped under our radar. And I'm determined to find out how. Now, I'm needed elsewhere, but I have a job for you lot.
Just tell us where to start, Captain.
I understand a group of loyalists, extremists, if you will, gathering at a location in the city, one of our small shopping squares, completely out of character for their such mob. But I assume that's the point. Go in, dispatch of them, effectively. If you can do this, I'll have more work for you in the future. Consider this your trial. As she stands up on these knife-like legs, balancing on tiny tips like a ballerina. She takes 3 long strides across the room towards the door. Oh, and before you get any ideas, I understand Bilgewater is a very different city.
That's putting it
That
lightly.
kind of approach doesn't fly here. As I'm sure you're aware, Haley.
If it helps,
She opens the door and leaves.
I wanted to show her my written permission to help the police. I suppose I never get to get away with anything like that. Well, looks like our place has been ransacked once again.
Looks like we've got a hot property.
Do you mean hot as in people want it, or hot as in it's been stolen and it needs to be sold? As I feel both are
As in
accurate.
both?
The house is garnering a lot of attention and heat, per se.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure about you, but I think we should probably... We should probably go
Where
and
do you
help out
guys
that
wanna start?
bartender.
Okay.
Although, should we maybe stop by the ship and see if anyone's heard from Billy? Because he would have put his contact details as the ship, as instead of here.
Would you like to go to the ship?
I think Haley would like to. She wants to check in with Mimics.
Okay.
Shipped in, squared in, Zorn.
Ship then, but we can
Yep.
we'll stop by Elbow Grease on our way back down to let him know that we're going down to get the supplies there.
Sure thing.
Sounds good.
You guys head back to the port. And you make your way onto the ship. Mimix is kind of sitting on the steps, reading over a piece of parchment. As she sees you, she gets up and walks over.
Hold on, my Astral's
Ah.
just had a complete meltdown. Carry on.
All good. We'll take a second.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just reloading now.
Ah.
I'm trying to.
I have unfortunate news. As she passes whoever would like to take the piece of parchment. It appears that the police force never really had any intention of holding on to Billy. Read this.
What happened? And Haley will take it from Mimix.
You browse this piece of parchment, and it's a letter from the Director of Customs.
Mm-hmm.
It's my unfortunate displeasure to inform you that while Billy has not been charged, he has been traded. A Piltover spy that was captured by one of the Chem Barons has been released on return of Billy Briggs to Baron Wench. I did not see this as something that would come of this situation, but I thought you should know.
So this means he's been released back into the Baron's custody then?
I would think so.
I don't know
What
whether
are
that's
these
a good or a bad
barons?
thing. They're kind of like kingpins of a particular thing in the city. They are in control of supply and demand of particular substances, services, information, access, all that sort of thing. These
Roll
ones
me a history check.
history check. All right.
Yep.
That's a 15.
15.
Yeah.
You actually know of Wench. He usually goes by Wencher Spindalo.
Let me
He's-
just let me just write that down.
Yep.
So WENCHER.
Yes. ER and SPINDLOW.
Awesome. Yep. And what do I know about this man?
Wencher is famous in Zorn for ruling through violence. He is probably the most aggressive and power-hungry of all the Chem Barons. But while he has a large force of men, he's not the smartest guy on the block. But he delights in violence and showing off his power.
Okay. I relay that information to the rest of the team.
Then we better buy him back again then.
This will be the second time we have to buy Mr. Briggs owes us a lot of money at this point. This is the second time we'll have had to buy him out. Unfortunately, though, I don't think buying him out will necessarily be an option. Spindalo is not known for his negotiation. Unless it's with his fists, or a gun, or a knife, or some other means of inflicting violence upon someone.
Oh, you know it that he's famous for his shock batons.
Well, we're gonna have to try. He's our friend after all.
Oh, I'm not saying we're not going to try. I'm just saying we may have to maybe not necessarily worry about using money, and we might be in with a fight. That's all.
Do we know who has the supplies of the elbow grease?
I'm not sure, but that's what I was thinking. We should probably go there and check on our way down to the Undercity.
Oh, should we deal with the bladed woman's request first?
Makes sense. Complete them in topological order.
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
Malice is going to blink at Melu because she has no idea what that word means.
Easy.
If you would
So,
like to insight check Mallow, he has no clue. He has no clue either with his 8 intelligence.
Wonderful.
that was a big word.
I'm actually googling this. Hold up.
See, Void is the
Void
geography
knows.
student. Void, the geography student, forgets that Malu has 8 intelligence.
Yes, but how
Okay,
much?
yeah, I assumed that's what it meant, but I wasn't sure.
But how much wisdom does Malu have? Because that makes sense that sometimes he would just say something that would just, sound like it's completely out of left field, but it makes complete sense to Malu.
Yeah, it's alright, 12.
There you go.
Yeah, like you know the word.
Whether he used it in the correct sense is another matter. Anyways, I agree. Let's go.
Okay, so
Awesome.
we're going to stop by Elbow Grease.
You guys heading back to Elbow Grease?
Yeah.
Easy.
I want to see if Cog and Sprocket are back yet.
You head back
Betting
to
on no.
Elbow Grease, and you see, because early Tyne is behind the bar, basically preparing things for the day. In this time, looking around, you don't see really anyone else here, but he sees you.
Awesome.
Ha! Well, come over here. What can I do for you lot? It's a bit early for a drink, right?
Well, the city never sleeps, Tyne. But no, I think it's more about what we can do for you.
Oh, right.
Just wanted to come in and double check about your supply issue as we're heading down into the lower city.
Okay, so you want more details. Gotcha. It's a group called Shimmer Bar, and they're usually, halfway down the depths. There's a station real close by. They make a real solid brew. A lot of those undercity currents. It's good water for that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, with the current lockdown on the entrance to Zorn, I haven't been able to receive the shipment. But I've also received news that someone has jacked said shipment. In
So
terms of
did they
who it is specifically, you'd have to ask the owners down there.
Okay, so do you think it was jacked in transit or jacked from point A rather than between point A and point B?
I think it was jacked between point A and point B.
All right.
Those guys usually make their deliveries, secret smuggling routes and all that. But I'm not privy to them. So I'm in a bit of a situation now. And we've already paid.
Not to worry, Tyne. We'll try and get it sorted for you.
Okay. Best of luck getting in, but I hope you succeed. And I'll find something to compensate you for it.
Wonderful. Hopefully we'll see you later with good news.
Perfect. All right. I need to make sure this place has a little less grease than it's famous for. So I'll catch you later.
Only around the elbows, Tyne.
Exactly. As he goes back to cleaning these metal mug-like devices and basically preparing the bar and clearing up whatever's left of last night's mess.
All right. Sweet. Should we roll out, team?
To the square.
Onwards
Yes.
and onwards, I guess.
You guys are heading to the square? No worries. Give me 1 second. Beautiful. It takes you about an hour to move and find your way to this small market square looking around, a lot of the buildings here are, different kind of stores, some mechanics, some grocery. Seems like a pretty, decent middle class kind of environment here. And as you make your way into the square, let me move you guys in here.
Awesome.
You see, looks like some kind of commotion. Pardon the lack of NPCs. Commotion is coming from the group of buildings ahead of you. You hear sounds of crashing, and then you hear a little bit of gunfire go off as people in the streets are starting to back up and disperse.
Mm-hmm. So this is the square where we met Victor?
No.
No.
This is a smaller, it's more suburban area.
Okay. What on earth? Gunfire this early in the morning?
Malice is gonna tap her chest, cast False Life, and say, let's head on towards the sounds.
I think that might be a good idea. Malu, keep an eye out. You're taller than me, so you'll probably be able to see things before I do.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
We've been tasked with clearing out some ruffians. Shall we?
Right behind you, big man. And Haley's going to summon the shield out of the bee cannon. So the bee cannon is in
Okay.
shield formation today.
Nice. Roll those temporary hit points.
Oh,
Yep,
right.
done. Rolled a 1, so total 5.
What?
Beautiful.
Ah, wrong person, sorry.
Yep, it's Haley. Go roll.
Yeah, so it's
D8 plus in.
5 plus 6, 11.
11.
Oh, sorry,
Beautiful.
no, sorry. 5
So-
plus 4, 9.
9.
Yeah.
Beautiful. 9 temporary hit points each.
Yep.
Are you guys approaching the scene?
I will lead the way.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you move up to... One sec, let me grab all of you. What formation are you doing? Malu's going first, or...
I'll stand next to Malu.
Beautiful. You get close to the entryway, and then suddenly, bang! You see an explosion rip out from the entryway of this place, and you see what looks like a punctured robot, humanoid shape, come flying out of the doorway as it smacks into the fountain to your left, and then you hear a laughter. Let me change songs real quick.
Battle music! Woo! Oh, no way. I recognize this. I recognize
You,
this.
a smash of the window up on the roof, you see a woman. Large boots, long ponytails. As she moves up onto the roof, you see a rocket launcher slung over her shoulder and what looks like some kind of gun at her hip. Clankers trying to take my city? I do the chaos around here. Hey, what you lot want? Back up. Okay, let's do this. As she points the rocket launcher towards you, I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh, woo! What a good place to start. Oh my god. Okay. Rolling initiative. Haley's pulling up with a 19.
Haley's on 19?
Yep.
Beautiful. Melissa.
Malu got a 15.
15 for Mello, and Melissa.
17.
17.
Nice.
Beautiful. All right. Haley, you are going first.
Okay. She's gonna take a quick look at this woman's guns and try to work out
Yep.
what kind of guns they are and how much damage they're gonna do. But in the meantime, Haley is going to. I think. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Haley's going to fire a firebolt through the Hextech Spellslinger
Yep.
and try to hit her with it.
Awesome. Roll to hit.
That is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. You see, as you shoot this off, her eyes just go wide as she clasps something on her belt, and it looks like a blue field swirls around her quickly.
Yeah.
And as your firebolt hits, you see it like this kinetic pulse emanate from the field as it disperses. Okay, let's play. Melissa, you're up.
How high up is she?
Oh, sorry, Haley. Did you want to do anything more on your turn?
No, just going to cock my gun and then dip down behind cover.
All good. The cover in here, you'd probably have to get up behind the fountain.
So hang on, whereabouts is? Okay, there's Jinx there, and so I'm just probably going to. Can I move?
The only real cover is this. This rise from the fountain.
Okay.
She's up on the roof. She's about. I'd say this is 10 feet up, and this is 20 feet up.
Okay. Yep, I think Haley's just going to step back behind Malu.
Okay. Good stuff. And that's your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
No worries. Melissa, you'll go.
Awesome. So, right off the bat, Malice is going to shoot a firebolt at her.
Yep. Roll to hit.
Misses with a 12.
12. Yep. This kinetic pulse that she summons bounces this firebolt off again. You guys would probably recognize this because you have one in your party as similar to the shield spell.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what I'm going to try and do is move 15 feet up to here, use Misty Step up on the roof
Okay.
to ideally get about to here, or roughly there. Is that okay?
That's okay.
'Cause that's
I need
10
you.
feet up, 20 over.
I need you to make a dex save. As
Okay.
to your right, you hear a clattering as you see what looks like some form of grenade whirl up, and then it detonates next to you.
Okay, natural 1.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Shit, I don't have my dice out. Give me 2 seconds.
That is not a good place to start! Oh no!
Maybe I should have gone for the safer spot to sit.
That's alright. If we know anything about Jinx, she's not the tankiest 80 carry in the game.
Her HP passes otherwise.
Yeah, no, actually in the game as well, she's one of the highest base HP 80 carries.
Just don't get hit, forehead.
Okay. You take
That's not helpful, is it? No,
15
I'm sorry.
points of fire damage as this clacking little thing detonates, and you feel the flames scorch the right side of your body.
All right. Am I able to then spend the last of my movement trying to get underneath the alcove directly under her?
Sure. Yeah, you can
Wonderful.
definitely do that.
So that's underneath, not on top. Just
Yeah,
for
so
reference.
you've got another 10 feet upwards that you'd have to clear. So this rooftop is 20 feet up, this one's 10 feet up.
Yep, no, that's makes sense in my head. Yep.
and this one's like 15 because of how they scale.
Yep, that's where I'll want to end my turn.
Beautiful. It is Jinx's turn. She is going to look down and see Malu and Haley grouped up as she cocks Fishbones and fires a rocket towards you two and the bee cannon,
Okay.
as I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Alrighty.
Can I see the rocket?
You can definitely see the fucking rocket. It's big, it's got a smiley face painted on it, and it's bearing down at you very fast.
That is a 14 for a save.
14,
Yeah.
that does not save.
Damn it! Okay.
I got a 17.
17, that just saves.
Shit. Okay, how much damage do I take, Captain?
I need to know the bee cannon save as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me just roll the flat d20 for that. Hold on. That's a 2 for the bee cannon.
2 for the bee cannon.
Yep, 2 for the bee cannon. So myself and the bee cannon fail the save.
Let's check the stats I've built on this. Okay. Fishbone. Okay. Ooh, okay. 23 force damage. As this rocket impacts on top of the cannon, and you guys feel it. Malu, you succeeded. So you take half. Haley, you get knocked back 20 feet from
So I
the
get
explosion
basically
range as you're
bounced off the
absolutely
fountain.
yeeted.
I get bounced
Yeah.
off the fountain.
I think the bee cannon's still alive, just at this level.
Uh,
but
yes. So the bee
you'll have to
cannon.
check.
Yeah, I'll double check the stats on that one.
It's sparking. A couple of its like little legs are looking disheveled.
Yeah.
It's barely holding on. All good. With that, she's going to use her bonus action to get excited, run across the rooftops to here, and looks like she takes out her small gun at this point. And is that all she can do for now? Yep, that's all she can do for now. She ends her turn. Malu, you're up.
How high up is she now?
Oh, 1 sec.
All right. So my bee
I
cannon
accidentally disabled it.
has 35 HP.
Yep.
Now
She
it has
is
12.
currently 10 feet up.
Perfect. Malu is going to shout back, I dislike chaos, and is going to run his 30 feet towards her along the floor.
get me, big man.
That's my movement. I am then going to Ghost Water Dive
Mm-hmm.
up onto the rooftop. So it's going to be, 10 up and 5 across?
Yep.
I'm not in range for a melee attack, so I'm not going to rage and do that. Instead, I am going to bonus action Dredge Line
Sure
Ooh.
thing. Strength
and
saving
try and
throw.
pull her off of her piece of the roof toward me.
Okay. It's a 14.
That is the DC.
Sorry, man. It looks like it hits, but you hit her rocket launcher, and you wrestle it for a second as she pulls a clasp, and you watch this thing bite down on your tentacle as she gets ready to go another round. Is that everything you can do on your turn, or?
Everything kind of bonus or movement action and bonus action. I will draw my the dark blade in preparation, and then my turn.
No worries. She is going to use a legendary action to take aim at you with this minigun and make some attacks.
Plural.
Okay, 23 to hit.
Hits.
That is a 12 to hit. That doesn't hit. And that is a 20 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. I'm just gonna do both of these and then add them together. Okay, that is 16 points of piercing damage. As she starts opening fire, 2 of these like bursts hit you, but one scathes the rooftops.
Oh, guns, no fair.
All good. Haley.
Yep.
You're up.
Okay. Also, guys, don't forget that you both still have my infused items as well. Just
Ah!
yeah. So you still, I still have my bee homunculus. So okay, I'm just gonna. Haley's gonna pick herself up and dust herself off and move, like jump through the water and then come across to the other side of the pond here. And
Yeah.
going to move the cannon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to about there. I'm still not in range to hit her, I don't think.
In range to hit her.
Yeah.
Let me check. So it's 55 feet diagonally. It's upwards. What's the range on the spell you're casting?
I'm just
Or
checking now.
What you're using to hit her?
I wanted to use it's 60 feet.
With the incline,
Yeah.
it's about 65 feet.
Okay. How much movement did I use? So I was there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I move 5 feet closer on the diagonal to about here? Bring me in range. That's all my movement though from that point on.
Yep, that's
Okay.
fine.
Yep, and I'm going to throw a Dissonant Whispers.
Okay,
On to
what kind of
Jinx.
save is that?
That is a Wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, that's a fail.
This is being cast at first level, so it's going to
Sure.
take 3d6 psychic damage. So let me just roll that.
All good.
She's going to take 9 damage if she completely fails to save. And
Well, she
then
did.
and then she must immediately use her reaction, if available, to move as far as her speed allows away from me.
Okay. Let me look at some stuff real quick.
Okay.
It looks like she
Zoom.
takes a bit more damage than
Oh.
you were expecting,
Okay.
but she will use her reaction to run and jump up here.
Okay.
I was giving chase.
I wasn't expecting her to fail the save. Every other every other thing that they've always passed it. So Haley just yells out, "Sorry, Malu!" and then hits the bee cannon for that bonus HP.
Easy.
Hold on, let me just roll my d8. 5 plus 4, that's another 9 temporary HP.
No worries.
Alright, that's my turn. I'll end it there.
Okay, Melissa, you're up.
Hi, hello, yes. How high up is that fucking roof? Is that also the 15?
Let me
Oh,
check.
25?
That is a 15 as well.
15. From the ground?
So, ground, 10, 15s, 20.
Yeah. Okay. Melis is going to Misty Step again up onto the roof directly above her, using
Sure.
all 30 feet. And going to fire.
I need you to roll me
Oh.
another deck save. As
This
you
one's
see
good.
another one of these whirling grenades jump up out of the roof and start clacking as it detonates next to you.
21.
21, that saves.
Nice.
So you'll take half damage, and
Oh.
the damage is 14, so 7 points of fire damage.
No worries. Once it's done detonating, is it still like remaining there, or does it just does it actually blow up?
It actually blows up, so I will.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, I didn't show that the other one had detonated.
No
So,
worries.
There you go.
I'm going to move 10 feet over, fire a firebolt, making sure I've got clear line of sight.
Firebolt. Yep. Roll to hit.
That is a 25.
25. You charge this thing up and fire it towards her. It looks like she was focusing on Malu giving chase as she turns to the side, and you see it smack her on the side of the ribs, and it looks like this rippling effect around her, this like energy field, wavers a bit as she stumbles backwards. How much damage?
I thought you were about to say that's it.
Nope.
11 damage.
11 damage. Beautiful.
Then I'm going to use my remaining 15 feet to, move away, hopefully behind half cover.
The only thing that would give half cover is the steeple up here.
Okay, I have enough movement space to get there,
Yep.
so sweet ass.
No worries. It is Jinx's turn, as she's gonna look up at you, look down at Malu, and start by making some moves. She's gonna use her bonus action again to get excited. Let me check. Yep. Can she do that? If she's okay, gonna get excited and dash. Yep, she can cover that much movement. That's she can get there. She runs further across the roof. I'll turn Fog of War off for this. We don't need that.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, this is like perfect daylight going on, and you can see everything. As she runs over to the steeple, takes cover, and what can she do with the remainder of her action, bonus action? Does she have anything special? Nope, that is her turn. All good. Haley, sorry, Malu, you're up.
I'm not a fan of the way she just keeps running. But I'm also not a fan of the damage I'm taking. Malu would like to rage.
Sure thing.
I am going to keep chase, so I'm going to use my 40 feet of movement to get right up to the edge of this rooftop.
Okay. As you run up, you get to about here before you see another one of these chompers jump out of a chimney I need you to make a deck save for me.
14.
14. Let me check. That is not a save. Okay. That is 10 points of fire damage as this thing detonates in front of you as you start running towards her.
Does it impact my movement, or can I reach
It doesn't.
my-
You still have the rest of your movement.
See, now I'm torn. Do I keep giving chase, or do I take a breather to heal? I'm going to take a moment to heal. I'm going to reach the edge of the rooftop and then grab a vial of wine and take a swig.
Okay. So where are you going? Or not going?
I'm gonna complete that movement
Yep.
and get to the roof's edge, but then I'm gonna stop and drink some wine. Just look like the alcoholic I am known to be.
Sure thing. Not a problem. Is that everything you're going to be doing?
Yes, 9 points of healing I take.
Not a problem. Haley, it is back to you. You've lost sight of Jinx at
Yep.
the point, as there's a roof
Yep.
building in your way at the moment. But you can see Melisra up on the roof to your right, and you can't quite see Melly, who's just run over the
Alright.
top of this roof to your left.
Didn't really want to have to. Okay. I. Haley's going to use a Misty Step.
Beautiful.
I
Where
just-
to?
She's going to Misty Step from where I am now to this point of the roof here.
Okay.
So she's
Cool.
going to do that. Can I see Mello from there?
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's all right.
So I have your action and movement.
All right. So my movement is going to be running along the top of the roof, staying just behind the spine of it. Like, I don't want to peek just yet. I just want to get a little bit closer to Malu, and then I'm going to use. I can't use my reaction to pull my bee cannon up here, can I?
No.
No. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to send over a cure wounds on my homunculus to touch Malu. So that's
Okay.
going to be casting it at first level. So that's 7 points of HP for Malu on the homunculus, because it's got a range of 120 feet.
1 second. Let me find something for the homunculus real quick.
If that works. If not, then I'll be satisfied with just getting up onto the roof.
Yep, I think that works.
Okay.
I'll read into it later, but for now
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it works.
Okay, sweet as, and I'll end my turn there.
Okay, roll the healing.
It is.
You said
It was
7
yeah, it was 7 points.
Okay, easy. You heal 7, Melu?
I do.
You end your turn. No worries. Going down, Melisra, you're back up.
Awesome. Jumping out from behind this chimney piece. Gonna spend 20 of my movement getting here.
Mhm.
Kind of line up the shot and throw a empowered 3rd level fireball.
Sure thing. It's a deck save on her part.
Yep.
Okay. That is 22 on the save.
Saves.
Yep.
Okay, so
Still takes
half damage.
Yep.
Un momento, por favor.
Ooh!
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
8d6 with 3 rerolls.
It's good. Remember, you reroll once.
Yep, at full rerolls.
My strongest damage dealing ability is 2d6 plus 4.
But you can attack multiple times now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but mine's also not a guaranteed damage.
Aren't you glad we've got a sorcerer on the team then who can do that? I, for one, am.
Yes.
So that's 22 damage reduced to 11.
11. Can do.
Oh, that was a really bad roll.
If you still had ones, they become twos.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
factoring that in.
All good. Beautiful. Anything else? Right.
Yes. With the remainder of my movement, I have 10 more feet. Am I able to slide off the roof onto the one below?
Sure. Make me
Dex.
an acrobatics or athletics check.
Ooh. That is a dirty 20.
Awesome. You do this stylishly as a couple of tiles like skid, but you land on your feet.
Wonderful. That's my turn.
No worries. Just asking a question. Jinx's turn. She's gonna take a poke around the spire, kind of survey the rooftops, and look up at you, Melistra, as you see her chamber one of these rockets into a rocket launcher and take aim towards you as it comes zooming towards you. I need you to make another dex save.
Hellcat had just put in the chat he was heading to the bathroom.
I'm back.
May all be.
Oh, okay. Hellcat, Jinx has chambered another rocket and picked you as the target. I need you to make another dex save as this smiling projectile is bearing down on you.
I've never used the spell before, so I don't know how it works. Is Counterspell able to stop this?
This is not a spell, so
Okay,
no,
just making
it is
sure.
not.
That is a 21 dex save.
21 dex save, all good. You'll take half damage. And it's a good thing you do.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, that halved is 14 points of force damage as it hits the wall behind you, and you're sent stumbling a step or two forward, but you manage to shake off the initial concussion. Next, she's got her bonus action. She is going to use Zap as Malu. You see her take a pistol off her belt. It charges up a blue light as a beam of energy flings towards you. I need you. Oh no. Wait, how does this work? Why do I write things in confusing ways?
Damn it, past me! I'm just gonna
Oh, okay.
nip to the bathroom quickly,
yeah,
dude. I'll be
so-
back in a sec.
Sorry, I need you to make a con save, but she does need a roll to hit first, and it does hit with a 19.
The con save is a
Yeah.
natural one.
Natural 1? Okay. I'll roll the damage first, and I'll tell you what it does. Okay. Take 10 points of lightning damage, and you are under the slow condition.
Ooh.
I will read to you what that does. Now that you're slow, you have half your movement speed, your AC drops by 2, And you take a -2 penalty to dexterity saving throws. You can't use reactions
Alright, then
on
back.
your turn or during others' turns. Creatures' ability magic items can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. If you attempt to cast a spell, which you don't do, you have to roll a effect or higher, and creature must use its action on the turn to complete the spell. Yep, sweet. That's everything that affects you.
Understood. Do I understand how long it's going to last?
Yes, I will tell you now that this effect ends after your next turn. You don't have to make continue saves.
Cool. So I'm slow for my next turn, basically.
Yeah, you're slow. If you want to go through those effects again, you can look up. It is using the slow spell as a base. It's not a spell in this case. It's just what the weapon does if you don't succeed the saving throw. But it is the effect of the spell.
AC 2, Dex 2, Speed half, no reactions. Got it.
Yeah. With that, she's still got her basic movements. And she's going to back up to here, because it's on the same rooftop, with 30 feet.
Stop running!
No,
She's
I
slippery.
hands out for her.
But that is her turn. Malu, it is your turn.
Malu can't do jack because she's too far away again.
Hang on, are you-
Yeah, she's playing AD carry really well.
Yeah, she's kiting like a son of a bitch.
I wanted to make it feel like the character, man.
Yeah, it's working.
What happens if you get hit by a Jinx W?
Yeah. What happens when you get by
Yeah.
flame chompers? Also, yeah.
You're lucky I
I'm
didn't put
literally
CC on
I'm
those.
literally an
Yeah,
Alawi.
yeah.
I'm
No, I
literally
was
an
expecting
Alawi.
that.
I was expecting the CC on that.
I'm
yeah.
currently an Alawi who missed her E and is so slow she can't actually auto attack.
Yeah, so like
Put
allowing
simply.
normally.
Yeah. Okay, Hellcat, you salty bitch. But yeah, you're not wrong. Okay. Okay.
Mallow is going to continue to attempt to give chase. I'm going to Ghost Water dive from this rooftop to the other rooftop.
Beautiful. Go for it.
There is a distance enough. I'm then going to use my half movement speed to move my way up to this pillar.
All good. You can take half cover behind that. Good move.
Yes, please. And that has to be my turn, because I literally have nothing I can do.
That's how it goes, man. Haley, it is your turn again.
Okay, I'm gonna fire another firebolt at her.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll to hit because
Roll to hit.
that's 120 feet. I'm pretty sure she's within 120 feet of me.
Let me check that.
Double check, just double check.
Yes, she is.
Okay,
And you're on the same
that's a 26 to hit.
same height, so 26 to
26 to hit.
You hit as you cock your Hextech repeater, take aim and fire out this gout of flame. It smashes through the small chimney and smashes into her head as she briefly falls over, cocks her jaw and glares at you.
Can I roll damage?
Yes.
14 damage.
14 damage.
1-4, yeah.
You see tiny little arcs of electricity bounce from her, but
Okay,
solid hit.
I'm gonna
Good
take
stuff.
I'm gonna take a free action to scream out at her, "You're not the only one with a fancy gun," and then move my bee cannon up 15 feet.
I know what you look like, Yordle. I'll get you.
That like surprised cat face, just like ooh.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
Uh,
Haley's
you wanna
looking.
use your
Haley's.
bonus action for
I've
anything?
I've just used my bonus action to move my bee cannon 15 feet.
Okay, so 1, 2.
Yeah, that
You can
exact
get it up
face,
to-
Hellcat. That exact face.
Yeah, you can get it up to here. It's still 10 feet below you.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna take next movement I'll be using the 15 feet because it specifies 15 feet of climbing as well as 15 feet of straight movement.
Yep.
So
so you'd be able to get it here on your next turn
Yeah,
because it's 10 feet to climb the
yeah,
wall and
yeah,
then
and then 5 feet across. Yeah.
one more to move over.
Yep, that's fine.
Easy. Beautiful, Melissa.
New spell slots, baby.
Hey, gang, go get him, Tiger.
Gotta move 10 feet out just to make sure that I'm able to have a decent line of sight. Then, gonna use a level 4 empowered fireball.
Phew. Bring it.
Bring the heat, honestly.
So, deck save.
Yes. Deck save.
Oh, that was a good roll. Holy shit.
Ooh, she's gonna use a legendary resistance to succeed that. That was bad.
I cannot see what one of those dice rolls are.
It's alright. The suspense.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's 35 damage.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
half
God.
is.
Oh, wait, no, hold on. I'm confused because when I did the original roll, I got
Wait.
43.
4th level fireball, max damage,
It's 96. So
96.
it's 54.
54. Yeah.
I re-rolled one of the ones that I couldn't see because that's just how the formatting's gone. So we can essentially assume it's 45 because I re-rolled +1 on one of the dice, and the other one I ended up with the same result plus the 1 damage, so it's 45 damage, halved.
45 damage. Okay. That's a pretty good roll. She still takes half, so 22 because rounded.
Yep.
Cool.
And I'm going to use the remainder of my movement to get behind this chimney.
Beautiful. She's going to use a legendary action because you're in range to take out the minigun and make some shots at you, Malu. That misses. That hits. And
Has
another 18, so that hits.
has the slow worn off at this point, or is that back at the reduced start?
It ends at the end of your next turn.
My next turn, so I had to.
Wait,
I have
let
to
me
do 2 turns to go through
double
it.
check something.
She's act, and then I had a turn through it. I
Yeah.
don't know whether it's going to be the start of my next turn.
It's
wears
over.
off.
It's over.
Okay, but I presume these 2 still hit because 18 hits.
Yeah,
anyway,
two 18s will hit your arm class. So, okay. You're raging, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. So the damage was 18 piercing. Halved, 9 points of damage.
Thank you.
Actually, no. That's not how it works, because they're individual shots. 1 sec. Okay, 9 points halved is 4, and
4?
10 points halved is 5. So it is
9
still
damage.
9. Still. But I just wanted to do that correctly, because it sometimes matters.
Yep.
Beautiful. Milstra's turn was then, so it is now Jinx's turn. Okay. What has she got in the tank? All right. She's going to use her movement first to back up to here. And then she's going to use her action to take what looks like a remote device off her belts. Can I get a perception check from you, Malu? Because you're probably close enough.
16.
16. Okay. You see on this device a massive red button as she kind of smiles down towards you and presses it. Haley and Melistra,
Uh-oh.
I need
Yep.
you both to make dex saves as a large explosion goes off below you.
Okay, I'm going to make my dex save. But I'm also going to use Flash of Genius on myself as well. So Flash
Roll
of
it first and then see if you need it.
Yeah, okay. So it's a dex save.
Yep.
It's a 17. So if I add a +4,
17?
that makes it a 21.
Do you want to flash yourself? Because you choose whether you think that succeeds or not before I tell you.
I am going to flash myself. I'm going to make that a 21.
Okay. Melissa?
I got a 7.
7. Okay. 21 is the DC.
Oh.
As below you, you hear a large click, and suddenly the roof explodes from beneath you. Let's get the dice out.
Hang on, so I failed the save by making it?
No, you succeeded.
I succeeded.
You will take half. You will take half damage.
Okay.
But full falling damage because we're still up in the air.
Yep. Yep, thanks.
The explosion comes first.
Yeah, that's a lot of die.
I don't like the sound of that, to be quite honest with you, gentlemen. I don't like the sound of that at all.
Okay. It's 2 more. I didn't have enough.
What? What?
Huh?
He
I feel
doesn't
like
have enough dice.
this man is literally rocking around with like a bowl full of dice.
All right. If you did not succeed on save, you take 38 force damage as the explosion rips through your vitality. Now, you're 15 feet up, Melissa. Haley, you're 10 feet up. The structural integrity of the roof starts giving way, but you still have ground to stand on for now, as things are starting to crumple and collapse. But rounds are 6 seconds long, so it doesn't happen instantly.
Okay, so I took 18 points of damage, which puts me at 22. Okay. Okay.
All good.
Yeah, whose turn is it currently?
It is now Malu's turn. Malu, you've just seen basically a terrorist attack go off next to you, and seen Melissa take full blast. Been basically directly on top of the initial explosion.
Malu, in his greatest Braveheart impression, charges at Jinx, yelling, "We may not be the police, but we have permission to help!"
Yes, good, good. Yes, good.
And he is going to bonus action dash and run and straight towards Jinx.
All good.
Making sure to, I'm not sure if my wisdom plays enough into this, but Malu would like to avoid trespassing near the pillars, so he's almost going to skirt around the edges of the rooftops in the
Okay.
hopes of avoiding a chomper.
Show me the way you want to approach. Like, tile by tile.
Local man too angry to die.
Okay. Do you want to lock that in?
Si, senor.
Alright. You get up to about here as you see one of these flame chompers.
It's next to the pillar, I knew it!
Someone's catching on. Jump out of the chimney spike again and detonate.
So I have literally no way of avoiding it, because I...
Dex save.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Dex save it, Malu.
I'm on it, I get advantage, that's why there's 2, it's a 20.
I think I should mention something. You can make perception checks to perceive traps.
Oh!
I explicitly said I wanted to go around the edge, but okay.
Yeah, you said you wanted to go around the edge. You didn't say you were looking for the device.
Fine, I'll take the damage.
Take it as a lesson.
I rolled a 20 on the deck save.
Beautiful. You take half damage. Be glad you took half damage.
Yeah.
17 halved. So
Oh Jesus, absolute lethal.
that was a really high roll for these things. So 17 halves is 9, 8,
8.
8. Yep. 8 points of fire.
Undeterred, Malu makes it to Jinx. Finally. And I would like to recklessly Great Weapon Master attack at Jinx
Whew.
for my action, granting me 2 attacks.
Oh boy! As you see her eyes kind of go wide, as for some reason she's smiling right now.
Not to kink shame, but gross.
What'd you get to hit?
The first is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. You see her
I'm just gonna go pee.
in her other hand click what looks like this cubed device, like she did at the start of combat, as this kind of weird blue energy she's got coating her expands, and you see your attack bounce as it feels like a solid wall in front of you.
I now regret that decision, because had it not been a Great Weapon Master attack, that would have been a 27.
Yep,
Never
and that
mind.
would have hit through shield.
I still get my second attack, also
Yes, you do.
recklessly Great Weapon Master. Would the shield persist, or
The shield
Yes.
persists because it's a
in that
reaction.
case, I would? Is it possible to distinguish the two and
You
make
declare
this one not
before
safe?
making the attack. You declare if you want to use Great Weapon Master or not, so you can attack normally here.
I can make my second attack normal,
Yes, you can.
Sorry, dudes, I was chatting to my mum. I'm back.
but still
All good.
reckless, please.
Yep, no worries. Roll with advantage.
The second is a 23 to hit.
23 to hit. Let me
Whew.
check something. That hits. As
Whew.
you bring it down again this time, without putting the extra style into it, you see the bubble start to kind of shiver, and then you feel your axe go through as her jaw drops. Oh boy.
For 12 damage.
12 damage.
Out of
Not
character.
a problem.
Is are we gonna kill her? I feel like we're not gonna kill her.
Play the game.
Okay.
Out of character,
Yeah.
I was
Really?
one shield away from doing mega damage.
Yeah.
there.
No, I know. Okay. My turn. Haley is going to use her movement to get as far away from the crumbling building as possible. So I'm imagining it's difficult terrain, so half movement. Which will put me at 5, 10, 15. Probably put me about here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to use my homunculus to put a second level cure wounds onto Melisra.
Sure
Well, then
thing.
I-
How
yeah,
far can your
100
homunculus move?
120 feet.
Beautiful. That works. Your bug, I'm pretty sure that's what it was when you were saying.
Yeah, it's
Like what it looks like?
it's a bee. It's another bee. It's just smaller
Yep.
and has wings.
You'll have to draw me up a homunculus
Yep.
version
Yep. No, I will.
of the bee
I
at
will.
some point. It's been relatively light, comes over and doesn't end up collapsing the roof, and you get a cure wounds
For 15
onto
points of
Melisra.
HP.
Yep.
And it's probably I'm going to
Oh damn.
I'm going to send it so it's basically hovering around Melisra, and when she gets up, will land on her shoulder.
Okay. Did you jump off the roof just before?
I
by the way?
climbed off the roof.
Okay, I need you to make a acrobatics or athletics check
I will make an acrobatics check.
before you move.
Okay, I'll do that before so just say, for example, I pull my homunculus out of my pocket and kiss it on its little forehead, and I basically throw it at Melisra, and then as I throw it, I'm starting to climb off the wall. So my acrobatics check is putting me at an 18 to climb
18?
down. Yeah.
You manage to like maneuver yourself across some of the beams and boards that are still stable, and safely lower yourself down.
I imagined it was difficult terrain as well, so yeah, I've gone down to half movement to get off.
I didn't consider that, but that is a good point.
All right, so I'm off the broken building. Melisra's up,
Yep.
and that's my bonus action is
Well-
just going to be to slap the bee cannon again.
Melisra, you like pull yourself conscious, like feeling the pain right now, and as you look around, you see like crumbling tiles, and you're kind of strewn across a beam that hasn't given way yet, as the roof is falling down around you.
Okay.
Beautiful. Was that all you wanted to do on your
Um,
turn, Haley? Just before?
I'm gonna slap my bee cannon.
Yep.
So let me do that. Hold on. That's giving me 9 points of temp HP, which is back up to 9 points of temp HP.
No worries.
Which is put me back to 31.
31.
31
Not
HP.
a problem. Melissa, you're up.
Yep. Considering difficult terrain, I'm gonna use 5 feet to get to here. I'm going to turn to
Okay,
Jinx.
Roll me an acrobatics or athletics check, because you're moving around all of a sudden.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Oh, you're joking.
Fool. You fall. And you are 20 feet up. Sorry, 15 feet up. So that is 3d6.
These dice really want a These dice really want a TPK.
Okay. You feel your footing give way beneath you as your chest lurches and you feel yourself dropping. You kind of manage to like catch onto part of a beam briefly, halting some of your fall, but it snaps after half a second and you feel yourself hit the ground on your side. You take only 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall, but your visibility is cut off.
Okay.
It would be half your movement to get up, because I will say you're prone for falling, so you would have 10 movement left.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna use that 10 or whatever it was to stand up. What do I see around me?
You see walls, crumbling debris. The entryway is still open, even though there's dust and crumbling building around you. It's the only discernible exit.
Can I see any windows nearby?
Roll a perception check.
Fuck, 7.
7. It looks like everything's been caved in or is barely discernible.
I mean, it makes sense. You're in a collapsed building. There's going to be dust and smoke everywhere. It's not surprising you wouldn't be able to see much.
Okay, I'm gonna use my 10 feet of movement to move here and Misty Step as close as I can to the exit.
Okay. So you can get here. With Misty Step. I think it's 30.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Can Haley
Okay.
can just quickly? Can Haley see Melissa from here? Or no?
Can you see Melissa? No.
Do I
'cause
do
this
I see
corner's
do I see
cutting
the
you off.
do I see the Misty Step at all? Because I know there's like a
You might hear it as
okay.
like
I'll hear it.
a
Sweet.
pulse. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. It's a 19.
19.
Yeah.
You hear the
Okay.
sound of Misty Step. The emergence of it
Yeah.
go off around the
I'm
corner.
imagining it sounds like a piece of metal folding, like the wob 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 noise that it makes.
It sounds like a cloud just sucking in air. It's like
Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay, good.
all good. It is now Jinx's turn. She's going to start by disengaging with her action. Kind of looking at you, Malu. She starts flinging one of her ponytails around as she gives you 2 fingers. Use her bonus action to get excited, run 60 feet this way, and then use her movement to keep running.
Ugh.
Malu, it's your turn.
Okay. Where you were talking earlier about perceiving traps, is that something that can be done on the fly, or is it a case of you have to perceive as a bonus action or an action before?
Basically, if you want to make a perception check, I'll let you do it as a bonus action, because doing it as your action is a bit restricting for this kind of combat. So it's something you can do more on the fly than maybe you usually could, but I'll let you use a bonus action.
Okay. I would like to, in that case, bonus action, try and perceive any traps in the path between myself and Jinx.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
15.
15? Okay. You see the top of one of these chimneys in front of you. one of these chompers kind of clacking away, just on the lip of the spire.
And am I able to discern through previous explosions how far the activation radius is? Like how close I can get before I have to
You know,
try and
that-
jump it?
You would know at this point that moving in 15 feet of these things, radial wise, detonates them.
Damn, my maths just does not add up. Okay. I am going to, in that case, move up as close as I can to that 15 feet of the chomper.
Okay, so 1 sec.
20 feet of my movement.
It would be here.
Yep. I am then going to damn it, their explosion radius expands to the entire side, and my 30 feet jump isn't going to get me the whole way over. I'm sorry, guys, I can't actually. I am going to draw a javelin from wherever I keep it on my back. And I'm going to Hail Mary 120 feet throw my javelin at Jinx.
All right,
Go for it,
All right,
man.
Pantheon, settle down.
Roll to hit. And I'm pretty sure this is the extended range of the javelin.
The
so it's
extended range is a
disadvantage.
disadvantage. It means
Yes.
it's a 15 to hit.
15 to hit. You see her once again clunk this device as the shield expands, and you see the javelin bounce. But afterwards, it starts pulsing, and you see little sparks rip on her hand as she kind of like looks on for a second. You see her throw it off the roof and just turn back looking pretty upset as you see it kind of sparking on the ground below you.
I'm going to.
1 second. Let's
Yeah, can you put a marker there?
1 second. I will put a marker there. Just give us a minute. I need to change something real quick.
She's dead. We got her check.
No.
Good work, boys.
Wait, how do I fix this? What the hell? I'm very confused as to what's going on here.
What is going on here?
For some
Backfist.
reason... okay. So, I was meant to set this up so it now displays her actual HP. The blue HP bar goes down. And instead, I will set this up real quick so you get a good idea of what you're looking at. Technology, man, please.
Is that green number the correct? Oh, I got excited that she was an APC for a second.
That is the correct
Yeah.
number. But for the marker, let me grab my pen out real quick. Let's make it blue like what it is. Just there.
So would she be visibly bloodied at all or no?
She looks like completely unharmed physically.
Oh, great.
Malu actually has no way of getting past that flame chomper while remaining on the roof, so I'm going to use the remaining 20 feet of my movement to head to the edge of the roof and not slowly, but like uninhibited, try and get back down onto the ground floor.
No worries.
If I've got enough space there. If I don't, I'll just hang and sit at the edge of the rooftop.
You're 10 feet up. You can do this fairly
Superhero landing.
fairly
That's
easily.
the end of my turn on the floor.
Beautiful. So let me just double check that. You can move up about to there. All good. Initiative wise, because we're not out of it. Haley, you're back up.
Okay. Where are we? Alright, so. All the way up there. Okay. Haley is going to take a couple of steps out this way and see if she can get eyes on Melisra.
Yep.
Melis?
You see Melisra kind of hobble out of the dust.
Yeah.
And debris of this place. Clutching her wounds.
Yep.
And anything else I'll leave up to Hellcat's narration.
Yeah, so basically, Haley's going to run up to Melisra as close as she can and wrap her arm around her waist and try and like help her out of the rubble.
No worries.
Yeah.
Melisra, what are you doing now that you're out of this bomb site?
Pretty much just gonna walk 30 feet over to roughly here, turn
Yep.
around, and just look at what's happened inside.
Not a problem, and Haley would probably come over with you.
Yeah.
It is Jinx's turn again. Malu, as you look up to the roofs, you see her sprint off out of sight. And with that, we are out of initiative.
So Haley, I
Mm-hmm.
don't suppose we're gonna get arrested again.
I can't imagine
Once.
why. We do have written permission to help the police. Plus, there's plenty of evidence around to show that it wasn't us who did this.
Yeah, but they'll probably take us as main suspects again.
Witnesses and suspects aren't the same thing, Melisra.
To them, yeah, they are.
Off camera, Malu goes and picks up the device and then makes his way back towards the square where the others are headed. Okay.
Sweet.
No worries.
Haley's going to sit Melisra down and then go and see if she can climb through some of the rubble to pick up the debris of one of these flame chompers.
One sec. Roll me an investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can find one.
It's a 23.
23. You find one of the top parts of these grenade-looking things. It looks
Yep.
like a row of teeth with a clasp that looks like it would usually be attached to a detonator of some
Yep.
kind.
Okay.
Real quickly, Malu. You go over to this thing, and as you pick it up, it looks like a metal casing with what looks like a cracked blue gem of some kind, very spherical, in the center, and it just seems to be like sparking and looks like its functionality has been damaged.
Do I recognize the blue gem from the basement? Or as from the basement, or is it inconclusive?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Oh no.
That is a 7.
Looks a lot like the basement gem.
Insert wisdom saving throw.
Yeah,
here.
wisdom save indeed.
All good.
Malu comes strolling back towards the square, kind of with a limp, but at the same time tossing the. I was gonna say throwing it up and down like you would like a stray baseball, but probably unadvisable to do that, eh?
I can imagine you try to do it once, getting sparked, and then not do it again.
Making itself known that, hey, look what I found, guys. Kind of,
Yeah.
hey, she dropped this on her way out. Unfortunately, she did escape.
I'm not surprised. She was moving around like a crazy thing up there. I'm amazed she didn't fall over with the size of those boots.
Feel free, you two, to make investigation or
Yeah.
arcana checks.
I'm going to make an investigation check on the thing that Melo's holding.
Okay.
I'll do Arcana.
Looking at
8.
this, you have not
9.
seen something like this, but it looks a lot like the blue gems.
Okay.
You're on investigation 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you can do both, but investigating it wise, you realize it's some kind of hex tech device.
Okay.
You would know that.
Melo, do you mind if I hold on to this? I want to take a proper look at it later.
It's all yours.
Thank you. And Haley's gonna wrap it up safely and pocket it.
No worries. As you guys kind of take in what's just happened, the people start moving back into the street to come look at the scene. And out of the crowd, a gentleman wearing what looks like small bowler hats, mustache, very dapper aristocratic dress comes up to you.
Mm.
We've informed the Pharaoh's high-ups of what happened here. You did well for the situation. You're free to leave. We'll handle the authorities.
Wonderful. Thank you. And Haley cocks a salute.
He just gives you a nod. And
come on, you two.
He just looks all of you over. You see the man start walking into the house.
Come on, you two. Let's go.
Could I please do an investigation check to see if Haley's learned how to do a salute yet after the Demacian debacle?
Now you can.
She has not. I can tell you that. She has not.
Roll a luck check. Haley.
Who? Me?
Oh, what?
How do I roll a
Just
luck
a
check?
D20.
Just a flat
Just roll a
D20?
Just roll a d20.
It's a 12. Yeah, no.
You're getting.
I'm getting better. She's managed to synchronize it. She's managed to synchronize the heel click and like the flick of the salute, but it's still not like a proper one.
Yeah.
They recognize the intent behind it, if not necessarily the salute itself.
No
Malu,
worries.
are you alright? You look like you've got a bit of bruising there on your face.
Just the face?
Oh, that's the most obvious part.
That's good.
Just Melu?
Actually, you do both look pretty beaten up. So just to clarify, we are still in Piltover, right? We're not down in Zorn yet?
Yep, you're still in Piltover.
Okay.
So
I know we promised Tyne we'd come back this afternoon, but do you think maybe Zorn can wait till the morning?
I think I would like to go in and see Tyne, because I need a monkey's paw quite desperately. You both look like you do as well. I'm sure if he takes one look at us and our bruises, he won't argue too much. Yes, Melissa?
Our bladed friend, I assume this isn't the request she had for us.
Well, what are you
DM,
trying to
I believe that when we came to this square was to find and apprehend someone on behalf of Camille. Was this a random encounter, or was this that intended side piece?
What she asked you to do was dispatch of some extremists that had allied with Victor's cause. and she had intel that she gave you to suggest they were here. What you noticed when you got here was an initial explosion happening and a humanoid figure clad in metal, like lots of robotic kind of parts, flying out of the building onto the sidewalk here. He is still there, but the police are starting to show up, and it looks like some more of these very well-dressed figures, like the man that talked to you, are starting to move in.
We just tried to apprehend the wrong bloody target.
Malu, I'm going to take that as
Okay.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Okay. Like, on what you said, what Camille said was right. It just appears that Jinx got here before you.
Hmm. So maybe that's what she
Yeah.
was trying to do.
And then the lover of chaos wanted a fight, and we obliged.
Yeah, we obliged.
Yeah.
I need a long nap.
I am right there with you, Melissa. Well, at least we have evidence now.
Of?
Well, and Haley taps her pocket of something.
Lovely. Let's go sleep.
Can we return to our
All right.
lodgings, Angus? Like, are they ours to use again, or are they still currently in under police jurisdiction?
The property is still yours.
Okay.
Whatever Camille has done, it seems you guys are getting either overlooked or ignored for the time being.
I'm quite happy with both of those. All right, let's go.
In that case, Haley, you might want to stop in with Zarkon if he's at the elbow grease.
You two carry on. I'll go and pop into Elbow Grease and see what I can find out. I'll see if I can winkle some more information out of Tyne.
Wonderful. Get back to the house and have a rest as soon as you can.
Yes, I will. Don't worry, Melissa. I'll see you soon. And Haley squeezes Melissa's
Okay.
hand and starts to head off in the direction of Elbow Grease. I'm going to go pee. I'll be back in a second.
Yep, we're going to take a short break for refreshments, toilet breaks, and whatever else you need to do within 5 minutes. So I know I need one. We'll be back in a sec.
Bad rolls.
Hasty assumptions.
No, I had a feeling we assumed that wrong, to be honest. Because Jinx isn't one to ally herself with anybody. But, oh well. It was a good fight. We did literally no damage to her.
I was one shield away from having a 50+ damage turn. So sad. And then there was me talking earlier about how I felt like the damage scalability was unfair. I completely didn't realize the capabilities of my class, because I don't often use the Great Weapon Master at feet. And it seemed like the perfect opportunity to. It was like a Hail Mary, and it almost worked out.
Yeah. But at the same time, it turns out we dealt 0 damage.
We successfully took out the shield, eh?
Yeah, true. Next encounter, she might not have it. Fingers crossed.
Who knows? We may well be able to reverse engineer it.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Welcome back. Yeah, I'm actually considering seeing if, like, Melis can start learning if she can apply her spells to other things.
Like doing the equivalent of a Sorcerer's Infusion.
Yeah,
of,
sure.
yeah.
I was thinking, like, rather than permanence, just like, imagine if Melissa was able to teach herself how to apply magic to other people.
Oh!
Like, it would have near no uses, but it would be a cool-as flavor.
It would be a really cool flavor, but it might come in use, you know, for one or two very important
never.
like roleplay situations.
Yes,
That's
roleplay.
more what I mean.
No actual battle.
Hey,
Because
Liquor,
it would be
Yes.
touch based.
Yes, Void.
I really fancy trying to get that 130 HP shield back up and running, hey?
So do you want me to get that infusion up?
No, as in the baseball that I just tossed you.
Oh, yes.
We've just established in theory that it's a 130 HP shield in the hands of Jinx.
At the
so
very
what could it do for us?
very least, that's what it is. And Melissa, you still have
Hmm.
that crystal hidden, don't you? Or was that one co-opted by the authorities?
That was taken.
Okay.
Yep, that was taken.
All right. Yep. So Haley's basic plan is she's going to stop by Elbow Grease and then make her way back to the house as soon as possible, because she wants to
Yeah.
get her Tinker's tools onto these things. She also wants to have a look at this
Malice plan.
this Chompers thing, because it
Yeah.
seems like the kind of it seems like the kind of thing Haley would use. You know, if it was like a B shape rather than
Very true.
a jaw shape. So
Yes. On the way back to the house, Malice also plans to split off from Malu.
just really hope Mallet doesn't get into any trouble by himself.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Malice
will.
is
He'll
just
be fine.
Trying to avoid trouble.
Okay,
Malice gonna be sneaky.
I'm back.
Fuck yeah, baby, grip it and rip it. All right,
How's it going so far, guys?
good.
Flex the combat muscles again?
Well, yeah, it feels good to do so, especially in a very busy city where there's potential collateral damage left, right, and center. But that's okay.
I'm scared. Fireball is stronger than I thought.
It is
But it's-
very intentionally OP.
Yeah.
Melissa, it's
In a
your
balanced
fireball.
setting, it's 66. But Wizards of the Coast like to make it OG. So it gets 8.
I also feel like if it was 66 base, it would not be nearly as worth it.
It still is, like, based on the spell slot and the numbers, but it is more than worth it because it is 86.
I almost got a
But you
hit
get
off.
66 from a second level Scorching Ray. But the only difference is it's direct as opposed to
Yeah, it's
AoE.
hit rather than saves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
Also,
believe it. I was a couple
AoE
DC off.
hits multiple targets, so it's more value potential.
Sure. Maybe it's just I've yet to find a good spot to use it because a lot of the times Malu's right in the middle of everybody, so I can't
Yeah.
use it well.
I think maybe
Well,
like if we
like-
had the opportunity for you to roll really high on initiative before any of us get a chance to get anywhere near it, like
Yeah.
that's you. You know, that's you just
Yeah,
wailing on him to start with. And there's been a couple of times in previous fights where you have done that, and you've like if not one shot, then you've two shot them. So it's never a bad
Yeah.
thing.
What level are feats again?
Feats are 4, 8, 12, if you want to take them over ASIs. 16 and yeah, I think that's...
And then
Yeah,
20
that's
would be the
it.
last one,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? Or
Okay,
I
well
don't think there
I'll
is
get
one.
better AC, a fucking initiative at level 12.
okay.
Easy.
That's a long time away.
That's well.
I'll see if I can get some combat in with more ads. Like that one was like
Yeah,
very much
single target's hard work for
use
you,
that.
Melissa, right?
Yeah, if there was another enemy, I think we might have had at least a death.
Yeah.
Even just
Yeah.
like a mob ad, I think there might have been a death.
I don't know. I'm happy with how it went. I thought I balanced it well.
You did.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm also low-key kind of glad that Jinx lived. I didn't really want to kill her, but I don't know if this is because I'm a Jinx player and have like a soft spot for her, or whether or not it's conducive to the story.
I can't say anything.
Yeah, I know you can't. I'm just
It
speculating.
happened as it happened. But yeah, I'm happy with how they all went down. And you are now making your way to
Elbow grease.
Elbow Grease.
Yep.
And the other two of you are heading back to the house, correct?
Malice is specifically going to split off from Malu, sticking somewhat to the same roads, but intentionally being stealthier.
Really? Okay. Interesting. Let's start with you, Haley.
Yep.
Let's actually get like a nice cinematic look at the city real quick. Because I think it's nice and people will want to see it. You make your way down the slope towards Elbow Grease. Make your way in. There's a band setting up. Back, there's a couple of what look like drunks.
Mhm.
Some, young adults hanging out. But you push through these people, and Tyne is at the bar, serving, kind of slacking off a bit because there's no real rush yet. But he sees you, gives you a wave. Come back by yourself.
Yeah, we ran into a few obstacles along the way, so unfortunately it looks like we may not get to your supply issue today. But I wanted to come back and pick your brain for a little bit more information anyway.
Okay.
First things first, I need a monkey's paw with the red salt. And Haley puts down.
He just reaches under the bar, like whips it up, loads the keg, and passes you the drink and the garnish across the bar top.
Yep. Haley takes a shot, and then lets the steam out of her mouth.
That'll be 1 silver, please.
Haley passes it over.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyne.
Now,
I wanted to
What
ask
do you
you.
need?
I wanted to ask you a couple of questions about the Shimmer Bar. Is it
the one down the Zorn?
That's the one. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't make it to Zorn. We ran into a certain gun crazy woman with 2 long blue pigtails, and that's a whole story I can tell you another time. But right now, I just need.
Heard of her? Yeah.
Yeah, she's quick and she has a big gun, which makes me want to get
A
to
lot
know
of
her.
the graffiti artists around town really admire her work.
I was about to say I want to get to know her a little bit better because her guns rather, works of art, and I'd love to know how they work. But in the
I
meantime,
think you do.
well,
She's a killer, what I hear. Lost it. Something happened back in her past. Apparently, the brass of the detective agency got history with her. But that's all hearsay.
honestly, Tyne, hearsay can be as damaging as a rocket. You never know someone's real story unless you ask them.
He kind of cocks his eyebrow, like, interesting analogy, but nods. Okay, look, about
Alright.
the Zorn thing.
Yes, tell me everything you know
need
about
to
the Shimmer
find-
Bar.
First things first, you need to find a way to get down there. Right now, there's a blockade based on
Mhm.
tension between 2 cities. With this Victor thing going on,
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, we came a
Alright.
little bit close to that ourselves as well.
everyone's on edge.
Mm.
Don't want anything crossing that could be helping either side, you know?
Yeah.
But the Shimmer Bar, it's usually a real dreary place. It's run by one of the Ken Barons. I'm not privy to who that is, but they meet our orders, so I don't ask questions.
Mhm.
It's next to a breathing station on the central layer. And
Mhm.
so you guys are aware, I will move you over to an image so you get a good idea of what's going on here. This is Zorn. This is how it is structured. There is the upper layer, the central layer, and the sump. The sump was bored out to drain all the water that flooded the city, killing many people after the channel to connect the east and west side of Runeterra was carved out. That flooded Zorn. Piltover was the one that constructed this massive channel. And they prepared on a way to drain it in advance. But they are responsible for drowning a large population of Zorn. And since then, the city and the people there have held them in very hostile regard. But to deal with it, they innovated. They made their structures taller. They dug down to drain the ensuing flood, and through technology managed to rebuild from the catastrophe. But in doing so, a lot of contractors gained a lot of power, and over time they started becoming like gangs and exercising control. And even though innovation, technology, and lifestyle grew within inside the city, these kind of power structures eventually took over, and now the city is very divided as to who runs what.
Okay, so just to clarify, looking at this picture, the top layer on the left-hand side, that's the upper levels of Zorn, or is that Piltover?
That is the upper levels of Zorn.
Okay, all right, sweet. And then you got middle level and then the sump underneath. Okay, sweet.
Yep. A good way to visually show it is there is another picture that I have that represents it rather well. Let me just find it real quick. Okay, got it. Moving you all there now. So, this pitch here represents the upper levels of Zorn.
Okay.
In the background, you see Piltover. As you can see, the two cities, Piltover is on the top of the incline, and it comes on a hill downwards. So those big bridges up there,
Piltover.
That's the dividing part between Piltover and Zorn.
Okay.
If we go back to the initial picture I showed you of the city, or at least the dam, this is what was built
like where those gates are
originally
on the other side.
Yeah,
that dark
this
shadow,
dam,
the shadowy part in the background is Zorn.
No, that's not Zorn. That's part of Piltover.
Okay.
Zorn is cut off, but it's down towards the bottom of the map. When this was first bought out, this dam did not exist.
Okay.
Piltover existed on the mountainside over here, but to increase trade and commerce, they decided that they would take on a project to connect the oceans of the east side of Runeterra to the oceans of the west side. So they dug out this massive trench, and in doing so, the high sea on one side flooded in to the valley and destroyed a lot of Zorn. Like, it was a catastrophe. Piltover was safe because they were elevated over here, but yeah, the lower cities of Zorn were completely flooded and a lot of people died.
Yeah.
Afterwards, over time, this dam was constructed to control the water levels, and Zorn was able to rebuild. But due to that history, there is very shaky relations between both cities, even though they're very close, and in many ways they do coexist.
Okay.
But yeah, so back to the map of Zorn. This area up here, that is mainly inhabited by the University of Techmetallurgy, It's the highest building in Zorn, like reaching up to the lower sections of Piltover, the crossover. The main part of the city is this one, the Entrium. This is where a lot of the underground commerce, business, most of the Chem Barons operate.
Mhm.
It's kind of the center, like a lot of infrastructure is here.
Mhm.
And then the sump is the slums. It's where the dumps are. Piltover uses it to dump their scrap as well. That's carried downhill. Basically, if you're dirt poor, this is where you find yourself.
Okay.
In there. But that's just a brief summary of how the cities work and look. So he is saying that this bar is in the Entrium area, so it's midway down.
Okay.
Did you have any other questions?
I mean, how would you get down into the lower city?
Well, haven't needed to for a long time, but if I was to get down there, probably hire a guide.
Where would I find one
A
of
lot
those?
of... Not sure. Let me... Maybe the Adventurers Guild might have something disposable to you.
All right.
A lot of these knowledgeable types pick up contracts there.
Mm-hmm.
Be it heading to Shurima to collect artifacts or smuggling technology.
I mean, we've had a few. We know of the Adventurers Guild. We've had some things going on with them before. We ran into we ran into a branch of them when we were in Bilgewater.
Interesting. Their founder, the Medardas, has a lot of sway in the city. If you'd be looking to help them get their heir back, I'm sure they might be able to help you out.
It's definitely on the list. Don't worry. Thank you, Tyne.
But regardless, there should be maybe one or two people that could help you, just there in general.
That's all
They're
I
pretty
needed to know.
savvy like that.
That's all I needed to know. Thank you, Tyne. Can I grab one of these monkey's paws to take away, please?
You know the rules. You're not allowed to take drinks off premise.
Oh, fine. Make me up another one and I'll drink it on the way out. I'll leave the cup on
does
the
just
side
that.
table by the door.
Yep. Gives you a nod, a wink, and turns back to his other customer.
Alrighty. Haley's going to make her way back to her house. Our house.
No worries.
Then when she gets back, she's going to relay the information about the Adventurers Guild and finding guides to get into the lower city to the other two.
I see someone's enjoying the drawing effects.
Mm-hmm.
No comment.
Yeah.
I kind of just did the effects. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Before all this, Malu, Melisra, you independently are making your way home. Malu, can you please roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You feel that familiar sensation of the thing reach into your mind. A brief headache takes you, but you resist. As you look up, nothing changes. And you can go about your day. Melistra, can you please roll me a stealth check?
That is a 24.
24. You've decided to take a lot of the back streets of Piltover. I need you to roll me a d20. And just tell me the number.
19.
19. Let me just look something up. Okay. As you make your way down one of these alleyways, you see a group of men surrounding what looks like a large hooded figure.
Well, what you gonna do, Augment Man? I suggest you just kneel down. Make it easier. We'll harvest your parts and make sure you don't feel a thing.
He stands there silently, not reacting. You see one of the men step up, and that's all it takes. As a large metal arm flies out from under the jacket, grabs this man by the throat. You see the other one reach out and point directly into another man's face as a large cannon bears down at the man.
Cease now. You have 5 seconds to leave.
Okay. Get out of here, boys.
Run! As they drop their weapons of choice, crowbars, steel pipes. You see the mechanical figure turn. Mouthless face, beady, glowing, eye-like devices scan the area around him. Pulls up the large cloak once again, starts walking further down the alley. The alley comes to a bottleneck. There's nowhere to go visibly. You see him reach down to what looks like some kind of cover as he pulls this metal circle out of the ground and starts lowering himself, dragging it over his head and closing the way.
And I wanted to long rest. Okay,
Can you make me an intelligence check real quick?
no, really? No! 14. That was so close to a natural 20.
14. Damn. That looked and sounded a lot like the guy that choked you out the other day.
Would I know where the nearest police station is?
Yep.
Wonderful. Would I have an idea of how long it would take me to get there?
Yeah, there's a cop shop about 8 minutes away from here. It's not too far.
Wonderful. I'm going to tap myself, cast invisibility to make sure I'm not seen nor followed, and head over there.
No worries. You make your way to the police station. What are you doing? Are you dropping invisibility, or are you going inside invisible, or?
I'm going to drop it as I'm kind of like walking through the door.
You do this. A couple of people on a waiting bench just kind of blink, look at each other, shake their heads, and kind of one looks back at what looks like some kind of paper, and the other is just fiddling with a device in their hands. There is a desk here. It looks like a officer is manning it.
Gonna walk right up to him.
Oh, hello. What can I do for you?
Hi. I hope you're not busy, but I've got some information I need to relay to some people above.
Above my station. Is that what you mean?
Yes. I don't mean to be rude. It's we've already had a chat. They don't like me, so
I am failing to understand, young miss.
Oh, right. I have some information that I would like to directly relay to people who are involved with the V case. Ideally, the sheriff herself. Or her big gauntlet friend. She was kind of cool.
Oh. Right. Well, Sheriff Caitlin and Deputy Vi are very busy. I can take a message for you, but as to their current whereabouts, that's classified.
I don't need to know their exact whereabouts. Tell them to come see me as soon as possible. My name's Malice. They'll definitely take the time.
Right. And... Okay. Look, I can take a message. I'll leave it with their receptionist. But it might be better if you approach our headquarters. I can get it to them sooner like that.
How about I do both just in case? I'll leave a message with you and then head over there myself.
Right. Look, it should get to them in the next day or two, but...
Oh yes, that is nowhere near fast enough, so... Again, I will leave a message with you and go up there myself.
Very well. Malice, information, your address.
Would I know the address? Because, like, I know how to find it, but I don't...
Make an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. A 7.
It was 3 something.
Right. They've already investigated the house itself to have a look at it.
Look,
Yeah.
young lady, this is a waste of police time if you can't give us basic details.
Waste of your time? No. No. This is a waste of everybody's time.
Okay.
Not in this instance, but the whole fact that this is occurring is irritating. We came here to have some fun.
You came to a police station to have some fun.
No, I came to Piltover to have some fun. Instead, I
plenty
get
of
thrown
fun
into
things
this.
You can play mecha balls. You can see the pictures. You can ride the roller coaster.
Melis is going to subtle spell message directly to him and say, "Not when you're the first suspect of a case."
He just kind of blinks, leans back, looks around, looks at you briefly.
Did you just talk inside my head?
Yes, I don't tend to like saying things that are rather embarrassing about myself, and she'll kind of like clutch towards her chest.
That's a neat trick. You magically versed?
Yes.
Right. Look, I'll run this over at headquarters myself.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'll hope to see you there then. As Malice starts heading towards the headquarters.
As the gentleman gets up from his desk, you see that he's quite short. Roll me an investigation check.
As a 14.
14. There's something odd about this guy, but you can't quite discern what.
Would I be able to Arcana check, or would that
Yeah, sure.
override?
Roll an Arcana check.
Wonderful. It happened again. Nearly a natural 20, but it's a 4.
4. Yeah, there's something magic here, but can't tell what.
Would I be able to do an intelligence check just like for myself to see if I would relate it to anybody I know?
Unfortunately, that's the
No,
best
sweet.
you can do for now.
No worries.
I see you, Hellcat. I see you.
Malu, are you doing anything else for the day?
No, my intention was to get to the house and
No worries.
that's it.
You make it back to the house safely. Let me check something. Everything is as it should be.
Good old suburban dad style, literally.
Yep. I'm
One-
imagining
one-
that,
one-
like, Mullo in his jandals and Hawaiian shirt. And his comfies.
Wanders in. Let's head down, and immediately just takes a seat on the sofa and falls asleep.
Is there a bottle in hand?
Your local,
roll a perception check.
your local Samoan dad.
Roll a perception check.
Roll a what, sorry?
Roll a perception check.
16. Coming. To the front door.
You open the door. You see Stanley standing there, looking up at you. Hello.
Oh, hey, Stanley. How are you?
I'm good. This is for you. As he passes you what looks like a card. I was told to give it to you.
Me specifically? Or me and my
Any
friend?
of your friends.
Thank you, Stanley. Are
He
you okay?
gives you a nod and runs up the street.
I read the card.
You look at this card, and looking at it, you see a blue face. Then you flip it over, and it's red. You flip it over again, it's yellow. As you kind of twirl it, eventually, you get to a white face. We need to meet. TF.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, please don't let it be Jin. We've already had a big thing today.
I'm sick of dealing with ADCs, man.
Well, Graves is also an 80 carry, but yeah.
Mallow sleeps a little easier, knowing that there are some prospects of meeting old friends.
Not a problem. Melissa, you arrive at the police station. As you get there, you see the officer you left a message with on his way out. He seems to have beaten you, even though he left after.
Just a second, officer.
Oh yes. What can I help you with?
Sorry to bother you, but how?
Well, I just took a shortcut.
Another subtle spell message. Does it happen to do anything with Glimmer?
He looks at you, smiles, gives you a wink, and walks off.
My friend will say hello one day, and I'll walk in.
Yes. I told you.
You head in. Larger setup here, more desks, more receptionists. Couple of grunts standing guard outside. Imposing building that I might bring up real quick. Let's find it. There we go. So you can all have a look.
Awesome.
Oh, that's what. Oh,
Oh, lordy.
that is a cool building.
That is a big police station, Melissa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There are many receptions here. You can take your pick.
Can I have a quick look around to see if any of them are specifically larger and male? In weight rather than size?
Sure. You look around. One of them is a gentleman, older, more broad.
Yeah, he'll do. I'll go up to him.
Hi. What can I help you with, citizen?
Hi, yes. I want to follow up on a message I had delivered not long ago. I need to talk to somebody higher up.
Detective or sergeant?
Ideally, sheriff, since
The
it has to
the
do with a
sheriff.
certain V case.
Right. You want to speak to Caitlin directly?
Ideally. Or Gauntlet Woman would do as well. I don't know.
that-
What is her name, sorry?
Vi. Deputy Vi.
Vi. Deputy Vi. Okay, I'll definitely remember that.
You should. They do the city a lot of good.
I genuinely hope so. I've not been here long.
Well, that's clear. Where are you from?
From all over the place. Last, Bilgewater.
I see, and... Well, don't take this as crass, but you're not a criminal, are you?
No.
Right. I hear bad things. I didn't mean to be rude.
Oh, no. It was kind of a question mark myself, because everywhere has different laws, it seems.
Well, we're very advanced. We are the city of progress, after all, and
Very true.
our laws add to that prosperity. Anyway, I am going to be honest with you. A direct meeting right now doesn't seem possible. As you might be aware, there was a terrorist attack recently. And just the other day, a lot of the city board were kidnapped by Victor, he goes by.
Yes, that happens to be the V part of the V case I was referring to.
Right. Are you a witness?
Prime suspect. As she kind of nods as if that's obvious.
Okay. Look, that's not the kind of language you should use around us, but I'll look into it briefly.
Wonderful. Malice.
He kind of takes one of these earphone-like devices out. Controller. Yes, this is section B85. I have Malice here that says they were involved with the V case. Looks like one of our officers
delivered a report just before as well. Okay. If you could run that by them, that would help. Very well. Look. They're not here right now. But he says if they're willing, we'll have someone round to fetch you.
Wonderful. That would
Okay.
be preferable. Sooner the better, considering it has to do with a possible sighting. And Malice will turn and walk away.
I see. Enjoy Piltover. Try the food.
Thank you. Please don't tell me to have another monkey's paw. I had one that was more than enough.
Who told you to have that? They're disgusting.
She'll turn right back around, walk up. Then where do you recommend?
Ah, that's a nice place. Check out the Golden Chives. It's a upper establishment, but if you want to try Piltover cuisine, it's the only place worth going.
Wonderful. I'll have to check that out. Thank you. Your name?
I'm Sergeant Roderick.
Wonderful. I hope not to see you again, I guess.
I am going to pretend that didn't sound like an asshole thing to say.
Well, yes, I just don't want to get arrested. So,
Well,
no, I hope to see you on better terms. Let's go with that.
that's better. Hope to see you on better terms.
Likewise.
Lystra. Look, I've got a lot of paperwork. Feel free to see.
Oh, yeah, I
yourself
didn't
out.
say it, but I was walking away.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. Eventually, you guys all convene.
Back.
So that was Sergeant Roderick?
Roderick.
Roderick, right. Rodrick.
Yes.
Sweet.
Make a note of that as well.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be like, you have to remember this. It's just like, it's kind of
No.
cool to know names.
Good. Everyone's home. You guys are free to talk amongst yourselves. Organize what you want to do. What's next?
Haley!
Haley pokes her head out from the top of the stairs with her goggles on and a smear of like black against her face. What?
Wonderful. I need you to make me a map.
A
It's
map?
not hard, just small.
Of
Yes,
where?
just accurate directions. Of some alleyways.
That's not very helpful, Militia. Hang on, let me put this away and hear a clanging noise and then a thump. And then Haley comes down the stairs. Right, let me get my things and I'll draw you the map.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Sorry, one sec. Someone's knocking at the door.
No worries. So pretty much, I'm gonna get you to draw out from the police station I went to the actual alleyway I was in, where I saw Victor. Quote unquote, saw Victor. Mainly because I want to ensure that I don't get the roll an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Because if I fail that in front of some cops, I'm kind of
Yeah, you're kind of screwed. Yeah, so Haley's I'm gonna have to roll a cartographer's tools check.
Yeah, we can just do that once Angus comes back. It's kind of just explaining what I want with that. Sorry to have gone off on that adventure alone.
No, why are you
didn't expect
apologizing?
Brian
Why are you
to play
apologizing?
Victor.
This is giving us like important intel.
Neighbors ordered food. Wrong address.
Hey, did you take it?
No, I'm not an asshole.
Oh, fair.
Anyway, wait. I've lost my train of thought.
I'm getting
No,
Haley
it's
to draw a
off.
map.
Gotcha. Haley.
Gonna make
you
it a-
probably need to.
I'm gonna do a check.
No, you probably need to visit the area to
Okay.
Oh, okay.
accurately recall and
cartographer what the part of the city that
Yeah,
Malice is referring to.
Melis, I'd love to go with you, but can I take a nap first? I've been trying
Okay.
to work out how this thing that we found near what was her name? Jinx?
We never
She
got
had
a
a name.
name.
We never got a name. All right. I'm just trying to find. I'm trying to work out how this thing that woman left behind works. I can't quite figure out the locking mechanism just at the moment. But let me take a nap first, and then we'll go and do the map thing, and then I can come back with a fresh mind.
Sweet. So Malice is just going to write like directional instructions down as she still remembers.
Yep. I'm happy to say you remember because it
Yep.
happened
Yep.
today, and like,
So
Yep, that was
Yep.
the purpose of the map.
Yep,
Yeah.
Haley's going to take a long rest here, I think, rather than a short one.
beautiful. You guys
Wonderful.
can take a long rest. Feel free.
Malice is going to sleep in the bed upstairs if Mallow hasn't taken it.
Mellow's on the couch.
Far away from the like stairways to the basement.
Yeah, Mellow's on the couch. Haley's on the floor, and Melis is in the bed.
Not a problem. You guys want a long rest?
Yes, please.
Sure. Give me 1 second. Can feel Hellcat's anxiety already.
Oh, on that note, I've got something fun to discuss after the session.
No worries. Let me grab this. Haley,
Mm-hmm.
Melissa, you guys sleep fine.
Okay. Awesome.
Mallow,
That metaphor's cursed.
as you nod off, you feel the water move around you. Things feel weak. The sounds aren't as strong as you remember them. Looking around, the usual dark depths of the ocean seem lighter. Like little bits of sun are piercing through crack.
Mallow. Are you there?
I like what you've done with the place.
It's temporary. You're far away. You don't know. Our connection is weak now. You don't have long.
Well, that's ominous.
The power that sustains you. Me. I exist back here. Back in the Serpent Isles. Between shadow and waves. You can fix this. If you want to live, destroy the dam, impeding my reach. And continue to live.
And I have no choice in the matter, obviously.
None.
Does the
You
dam
feel
have a
the.
weak-
You feel movement like the tide washing out to sea as the water feels shallow. Feels like you're choking. And as you look up and see the outline of the surface, you wake up. Malu, you are at exhaustion 1. As you wake today, you feel weaker. Something isn't right.
Does the long rest hit anyway, just with the added exhaustion?
You
or am I failed to
recover
sleep?
all your hit points. But you are at exhausted 1.
Confident.
You get everything back.
I'm exhaustion 1.
You're at exhaustion 1.
Oh shit.
A new day. You wake up and you see the sun coming over the horizon. The dam. Streets are busy. People are going about their days, trusting that everything will be fine as it usually is. What would you guys like to do with today? It's like
I think Melissa and Haley are going to go and make their map.
Yep. Melly,
Yes, sir.
are you going to go with them or do you have other plans?
Before, it could be while they're off doing that. Malu would like to re-investigate the basement. Were there any kind of discharged and left over crystals, or were they all kind of removed and taken away in the incident with Victor and Malice earlier?
Everything was removed other than one crystal that Melissa held onto, which I'm struggling to remember the fate of, whether it stayed intact or something happened to it. Do you remember, Holka?
Which one specifically? Because there were 2 that I fiddled with. One I put upstairs in one of the containers, which was found in the investigation of the house, and the other sucked up the entire pool and then exploded.
Yeah. There are no crystals left. Because the 2 that got removed, the one you slept with and the one that was in the container, one expired, one got found.
In that case, Malu will join the other 2 in their excursion. However, will while like Panda Eyes kind of hasn't had a great night's sleep, and just seems distracted by the shade of the dam at all times as we're walking around town.
No worries. Melissa, you easily track back to the place. You
Before you finish these lines, I
Yep.
just want to make something very clear.
go ahead.
Upon reaching kind of like just before the alleyway like turn, I want to make sure that like I'm not going just straight out into them, but I'm checking for people first.
Sure. It's early in the day. A couple of people come by down the street, but not the alleyway. It looks like back here there are bins and junk, grime. Looks like, it's a popular urination spot, but other than that, at the very end there is this pothole covering and just bits of trash.
Well, map a wait, I guess.
All right. Well, what am I supposed to be drawing?
Just the way to get here from the police station.
Okay.
The
all
small
right.
one that
Okay.
we started at.
So the little one. Okay.
Yes,
Haley's going to
not
make
the
a
big one.
a cartographer's tools check.
Yep.
So I'm going to be able to use that, and then I get tool expertise as well because I'm proficient. So my proficiency bonus is doubled. So I get a +6 to any roll that I make with it.
Yep.
So it's a d20 plus my intelligence plus my proficiency, or is it just the d20 plus proficiency?
D20 plus intelligence.
Yep.
Plus proficiency.
Okay, so that's a +10 to my roll, Hellcat.
Yeah.
It's a 12!
Total.
Yes. I rolled a 2.
Okay. You definitely not your best work, but you haven't had coffee, something's up. You do sketch something that is legible out though. While it's not detailed, put street names and coherent directions on there.
It's a readable map for someone who knows Haley well enough to understand what she means when she draws a little symbol that means it's a roundabout or here's a door.
Exactly.
Sorry,
So
Melis,
Mel's gonna
it's-
look over the map. Is it good?
It's
Like,
all
would she
right.
be able to follow them?
It might take someone a second, but your average Joe could follow these directions.
Sweet. Well, shall we, do we have any specific plans immediately, or shall we
Well,
just...
when I went to go and see Tyne yesterday, he mentioned about finding a guide to getting us into the lower city. He mentioned that we should probably stop by the Adventurers Guild. Which
Okay,
I've been meaning, which I have been meaning to do anyway, because I want to see how their attempts with the mirror worked.
Oh, very true. Oh! On that note, shall we stop by the police station, small one?
Why? I thought you stopped by there yesterday.
Bells kind of thinks for a second. Haley, how old do you guys get?
Well,
Roughly.
to be honest with you, Melissa, time doesn't pass the way it does here back home. So
This is true. The spirit world works very different. Aging is
I don't know what you mean by old,
a different concept.
Okay,
but in terms of this place's time, very.
Okay. I might have found a friend or an enemy based on. Actually, should you? Malice is having an internal dilemma about whether to introduce you or not.
Do you mean another Yordle?
Who said that? No.
And he's working with the police.
Mel's gonna blush and walk away because she can't figure it out.
Haley just chuckles and says, "Yes, Melissa, we can go to the police station."
Wait, so you're okay with it?
Of course, I'm okay with it. The only other Yordle I've seen has
Wonderful.
been one who's
Not
been
going inside.
The only other Yordle I've seen, Melissa, is one who's been actively trying to kill us. So I'd be quite happy to see another one of my family. I say family, I just mean another one like me, in a place where we really shouldn't be, but we are anyway.
Okay. You make your way back to the police station. As you come inside, there is a young woman at the desk.
Oh. I'm gonna go up to her. Excuse me.
Ah, hello. What can I help you with?
I was wondering where the officer who was here yesterday went.
Oh, it's their day off today, but
Oh, that's
they usually
unfortunate.
don't man this post in the first place.
Oh,
They're actively active duty operator.
oh, that makes things a lot harder. Okay, no worries. Am I able to get his name?
Oh yes. 1 second, let me grab my binder.
You
Ah.
can say placeholder.
No, I have it written down, but I can't find it.
Yep, placeholder it
Yeah,
is.
placeholder it is.
1 second.
So that's Mr. Play and Saholder.
First name is P.L. Aceholder.
You're annoying me. I will find it.
Ah, Hellcat, you and me, man, give an inch, we take a mile.
Mr.
got it.
A Non.
Yeah. Mr. N.O.M. Diplome?
Got it. Shut up, you lot. I found it. You're looking for Officer Churchill.
Churchill. Of course, I'm just imagining
Only
him.
spelling to
Yeah,
look at.
yep. I'm just imagining, like, the picture I have in my head is so concretely formed of him now that I can't let it go.
I haven't put his mini in the game, but I will send you. Or no, I won't, because you actually haven't seen his Yordle form yet.
No, but I'm imagining
No,
him.
I
No, I'm imagining him as a gnome. As a gnome, he looks like Winston Churchill, but with a mustache
Yeah.
and smaller.
Specifically with the cigar. You
With- yeah,
cannot have
with
him
the
without
cigar.
that iconic cigar.
Hey, B Sharper, welcome
I'm
to the
excited
chat.
for when you guys do see his Yordle form.
Yeah, so am I. I bet it's like Lulu or something, honestly.
Oh, it's good.
Okay. Are we gonna go find Officer Churchill, even though he's on active duty?
No, it's his day off.
Oh, well, did you want to leave a message for him then, Melisra?
Oh, I can definitely do that. He does work at this precinct.
Lovely.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've got it now. Okay.
Please forgive my friend. She's not used to the glitz and glamour of the City of Progress.
It's okay. We've had country people come in here before.
She is as much of a bumpkin as they come.
I will respectfully take that and not retaliate, because that is very true.
It's not an insult, Melisra, don't worry.
Sure. It's like being short isn't an insult.
Haley just glares at her. Yes, Melissa.
I'm sorry,
Unfortunately,
what
being
was the
rude is
message?
a choice.
Okay, this is a police station.
Okay,
Can I get the message?
Yes. Mr. Churchill, I would love it if we could speak again, I guess.
I believe what she's
Yeah,
trying. I
I-
believe what she's
how
trying to
does-
say, Miss, is that this is a follow-up regarding her statement given yesterday.
Oh, okay. Did he handle it personally?
He did, yes, I believe so.
I see. Well, I'll leave a message for him. And how would you like him to follow up with you?
He can reach us at, and then Haley scribbles out the address of the place that they live. I'm gonna have to make
Sure.
an intelligence check to remember, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It's a 9.
9. 3
Shit!
Inkman Lane.
During this entire time, Mel's is just looking up into the corner trying to work out a cool quip for the.
Hang on, three what lane? Sorry.
3 Inkerman Lane. Ink. A. Men.
Oh, that way. Okay, I wrote it as INKERMAN.
Ah, it's good enough.
Yeah.
Inkerman works too.
Yeah, in command. He can reach us there if he'd like to either leave us a message or come and see us personally regarding the statement.
Very good. I'll write that down. Beautiful. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, I believe.
Nope, I can't work it out. No.
No, I believe that'll be all. Thank you, Miss. Enjoy the rest of your day.
We're done. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Melissa,
been a long
outside,
time.
outside. And Haley just points and then looks at the woman tending the information,
she's-
and shakes her head, and then just
she's-
follows Melissa
She's
out.
kind of got her eyes up, like covering her mouth with her hand, like the ever so slightest crease of a smile dips out from one side.
Yep, Haley just looks at her and like shakes her head and raises her eyebrows, and then follows Melissa out.
Not a problem.
Okay, in Melissa's defense, she was literally 5 the last time she had to do a message like that, and it was to another kid.
Melissa, you are so talented and so very clever in so many ways. And yet, I have to be honest, watching you try to interact with other people is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
You visually see Melis like calculating if she says it or not. Yeah, screw it. Yes, and another thing that's really cute that I find with you is watching you struggle to reach things.
Damn. Zinger.
Again, Melissa.
Malu steps in between.
Again, Melissa, being rude is a choice. Being short is not. So I have the moral higher ground, at least. And then Haley, like,
True,
jumps
but
off
I've
in
got the
front of
literal
Melissa.
high ground.
I'm not listening!
La 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 la.
Yeah, Melissa's like that little kid's like fist pump, like, yeah, got him!
Roll a perception check, guys.
Shit, okay.
7.
That is a nat 1 for Haley!
All good.
13.
13. 13, you see a woman with her kid, like, they're both looking at you, it's like, Mommy! They're gonna fight! Look away, Bobby. Don't want you turning out like that. She just kind of like pushes her kid
I'm
forward and then continues down the street.
I'm just, like, I'm thinking about that meme where it's like they're about to say their first words and then it's fight!
All good. You guys have plenty to do. What
We
do you
do.
want to tackle now?
We have to go. First and foremost, we should probably go and find Zarkon because we haven't been able to find him yet. Second of all, we should probably go and see TF. Just while we're here, and then at some point we
Oh, I
should.
never
We do need
told
to
you
go.
about that one.
Oh, did you not?
I haven't
We assumed you
updated yet.
passed
We
it on
assumed,
in the morning.
we assumed you passed it on in the morning. Unless you explicitly didn't want to tell us,
I
in which
passed it up.
case.
No, I would have passed it on in the morning. He
Okay.
would have found me asleep with it in my hand, and then
Yeah.
I'd have explained it in the morning.
Okay.
Like the old
I
guy
like-
with the newspaper and the bear asleep on the
Yeah.
couch.
Your local Samoan dad.
That's the image I have, except for he's just tossing and turning and having a nightmare.
Yeah. He wakes up
I
and he's all
just see like
he
a
wakes up and he's all
a
sweaty.
red, like,
He's all
incliner.
wet. Like he's soaked into the lazy boy. And we also need to go and see the Adventurers Guild about finding a guide to get us down into the lower city as well. So that's the top 3.
We should also probably do something like proper today.
And well, just hopefully we don't run into anyone who's going to give us a fight. That's the last thing we need today.
In that case, should I split off so you guys don't get involved in it? Because I seem pretty prone to it.
Melissa, you can't be wandering off by yourself again. As much as you make fun of me being short, I do care about you. So I'd rather you didn't go off by yourself. Unless you absolutely have to.
True. What's first on our docket, Haley?
Okay, first things first, for me anyway, I want to go and see Zarkon Brath, because we haven't seen him yet since we've been in the city. And it would make sense for us to communicate with him in regards to Camille as well, to let him know that we've spoken with her. And have...
I assumed he would know, because he was the contact between us, right?
He was, but it never hurts to double check. Especially as he might have intel to help us regarding the ruffians, extremists, that we're meant to go and subdue.
Oh, he'll probably have information on, Tails, right? Blue
Yes.
Tails.
Yes.
That's what I'm referring to her now, yep.
I mean, her name is Camille Ferros. Also known as...
Wrong one.
Wait, which... Oh, yes, no, that one, yes. That one with the guns.
Explosion. Blue
Explosions.
Tails, yeah.
Yes, sorry. Camille's legs are just such a masterful work of hex tech. I could never hope to achieve anything like that myself.
Yes.
Although,
Considering the area we're in, we probably shouldn't refer to her by name, hence why I've been calling her Spider. Because, I don't think she's meant to have contact with people who live out here.
An alias that she commonly goes by, or is commonly used to describe her, is the Grey Lady.
Haley would know that, wouldn't she?
Yes, you would.
Okay, so Haley corrects Melissa. Actually, she goes by the Grey Lady, but you're right. I'm sorry.
That's more of the reason to avoid using that, right?
It's
'Cause
not
the id-
she goes by it, it's that people have nicknamed her that. She'd rather not be seen or heard of at all.
Yeah, hence why I'm trying to ascribe, like, a group's nickname.
Yeah.
Hmm. Although I'd love to know where Little Miss Explosions got her guns. Because they were...
Oh, yes, Blue Tails, yes.
Especially the one with the smiley face on it. I'm sorry it hit you, but my god. It hit me too. It knocked me over past the fountain. But I just want to know where she got arcane artillery like that. Or just artillery like that in general. Like, we didn't even see anything like that the amount of time we spent in Bilgewater. And they run on guns.
Okay, yes, well, shall we get to the first thing on our docket?
Yes. Zarkon Breath.
Do we have a location for him, or are we just going back to the elbow grease for you to have more monkey paws?
No, I've had 2 of those today already. I'm quite happy. Look,
Already?
It's a new day.
Already?
Hey, don't
Yeah,
you
that's
judge
cash.
me. Don't you judge me.
You might
Okay,
need to talk
no.
to a people.
I know, but listen. Think of Zarkon. Think of the classiest place you know of.
No wonder you
And
sucked
Piltover.
on the cartographer's check.
Yeah,
You're all-
Haley's drunk.
Very tipsy.
It
It makes so much sense.
makes
now.
so much sense now. Okay, so Melistra, think of the classiest place you know of in Piltover.
Oh, I've been referred to one actually. But before we think about that, Malu, did the card say anywhere about where?
I'm just gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
It does not. It says,
Okay.
"We need to meet." TF. Anyone
Wonderful.
can read the card at this point.
Okay, well, it looks like we're gonna go check out the Golden Chives to try and find good old Zarkon for some reason.
Beautiful. How are you getting there?
By foot.
You gonna find some directions?
Ah, yeah, good point. Yes.
Okay. Roll me a investigation check to suss out someone that can give you directions.
A 10.
10? Beautiful. Takes you a couple of people just asking around on the streets, but
All right, I'm back.
Eventually, you interject on dapper lady. You ask where the Golden Chives is located. Oh, darling. So you need to head across town. It's on the hillside. If you move into the Brath district and take 2 lefts and a right, you'll find the restaurant. It's one of the taller buildings in the area.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mom, but did you say the Breath District?
Yes, the Brath district. They're one of the main families of our City of Progress.
Lovely, thank you.
Haley,
Yes, Melisra.
lead the way.
Okay, yes, very good. Lovely, thank you. Have a
These
wonderful.
directions don't help.
Oh,
Lovely, lovely. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah. I've been waiting for the beans to finally spill.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Wait, what means I'm confused?
It's
Zarkon
the
Breath.
district.
The Breath District. Where this restaurant is
Oh!
located. Which is the seed trail that Angus has been giving us since the moment we mentioned wanting to find Zarkon Breath. Right, onwards!
Do you know how he was rich enough to bankroll us? You know how he was rich enough to bankroll us an outfit to Tom Kemps's dinner?
Okay.
If you guys didn't start like pointing it out, I can guarantee you we would have finished all of that, left, and somebody would have said, according to Angus, like, "Wow, I really wish I could meet Zarkon Brath," and I still wouldn't get it.
That's okay. It's okay. At least like
It's
I'm.
alright.
Haley is drunk, and she's still
Things
figured this
going over
out.
your head the first time makes it all the better once you finally get it.
All right, so let's. Okay, on we go to Uptown. I want actually, hang on. Angus, are there any like cable car stations near us to take us to the upper city?
There is. There's the hextrolic cart that runs along the dam
Okay,
that takes you over to the mountainside area.
all right.
And
Which one
it
gives
does cost a small fee to
that's okay.
ride.
That's okay. And which one gives us the better view of Piltover?
What do you mean?
Like being on the cable car, which one gives you the better view of the city? Because you get the cable cars that go through like the standard day-to-day use cable cars, and then you get the ones that are like, like the gondola essentially. So like you go up there and you can like on your way to wherever you're going, you can see the expanse and length and breadth of the city.
Okay, there's it's better to get a private one
Okay.
because you're not mashed in there with a bunch of other people. But they are more expensive. Like therefore, aristocrats and stuff. If you pay enough, you can use one, but
That's okay. I think Haley's
it's got windows, like it's like lovely interior,
okay.
nice cushions to sit on. Like decanted water. Like,
Will one
yeah,
take us
it's-
directly? Will one take us directly to the Breath District?
Yes.
Okay.
One can take you across town.
How much will it
towards-
cost?
It will cost 10 gold pieces a person.
Melistra, how much money have we got? How much money have you got in your wallet?
I'm not telling you specifics, but we have enough.
All right, because I have something I want to treat you to, and Haley will find her way to the nearest acquisition center for one of the pulley carts.
Sure. You do have to climb the the hill up towards the top of the dam. There is a station like set up here where there's a main track which runs public and transports cargoes from one side of the kind of ravine
Mhm.
that it crosses to the other. Oh, did she move channels?
No, I just posted something at the wrong. I posted something
Okay.
at the wrong fucking thing.
All good. But there are one or two that have more private cars, as you see, like more luxury, these kind of dome like transports on rails. That there's a private ticketing booth, and it looks like most people are using the public one because it's cheaper, and a lot of people kind of prissy with their money.
Yeah.
Like even a lot of people with money clearly just take the public one because they don't see a point.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Haley's going to just badger Melistra.
It's like riding business class
Yeah.
to
Yeah. So we're going to go business class in the cable car to the Breath District.
no worries. So 10 gold pieces each.
Hey,
Honestly, if you're going to get from district to district and you have the money to, this is really the only way to get around.
Are you guys taking it?
yes, we're paid.
Awesome. You've paid. You head towards the car. A man dressed in black attire with a hand towel over his wrist. Welcome. Please step inside, guests of this afternoon. I am Jeeves. Anything you need while on the transport, please ask me. We
Sorry
have
to be
some
such a
light
pain.
refreshments. Yes, what can I do?
Sorry to be such a pain so early, Jeeves. I require a very large, very strong cup of coffee if you have it.
Not a problem. I can brew that on the ride over.
Splendid, thank you.
Young lady, young man, is there anything you require while on the journey? It's best we prepare now.
No, I do believe I'm quite alright, thank you.
Very well. There are hand towels as you step inside. Feel free to freshen up. There is a private domicile if you require the gentleman's or ladies' room. And if you look at the front, you will see the wide view of our City of Progress. Please come aboard.
Out of which window can you see the dam and the north side of the city?
Well, we are crossing the dam. We will be riding along the top of it more or less the entire way until we get to solid ground on the left mountain face.
I see. Thank you. My apologies. I'm still getting used to the topography.
Do not apologize,
filter.
sir. I am here for your experience. Now, shall we be off?
Thank you, Jeeves. Yes, I think we'll be alright from now.
He gives you a short bow, and as you step on the cart, he takes position at the back, plays around with what looks like a small control unit, and you take off.
Malu's
Right.
like, that 13-year-old who's just learned a new extravagant long word.
Topography.
It takes you about 10 to 15 minutes to move around along the top of the dam. As you move over to the more earthen side of Piltover, built on solid land, you see trees and you see a large mansion on the hill high rise behind all this commerce and different businesses, be it people's homes or different invention lots. You move through these buildings, and up in the sky you see what looks like a large balloon with propellers and some kind of cabin underneath it fly through the sky.
Haley
as it
Haley smacks
goes
Mallow on the
around
arm.
this light.
That's a dirigible, Mallow. A dirigible.
Didgeridoo?
No, dirigible. Some people the people in the lower city call them zeppelins. They're basically powered by hot air and crystals.
So
That's
not
it.
magic.
And as it moves around the outside of the city, you see it start to lower its altitude behind the back of this large mansion and set down as you pull into what is another one of these stations.
I've always wanted to go on one of those. I could never afford it though. They're far too expensive.
Haley, I've discovered something.
What?
There is a distinct lack of magic.
You're not wrong, Melissa, but at the same time, you're not right either. This is just magic that people have figured out. So now it's science.
There's not enough raw magic.
No, that's a fair point. A lot of the raw magic in
Anyway.
Piltover comes from other sources. It doesn't occur naturally here. So they have to use other sources. I remember reading in one of my journals when I was in the university about a certain kind of crystal that comes from some kind of scorpion that lives in the sand in Shurima, but because of all the latent magic there, these animals collect this magic together and then just they condense it and then they can use it themselves. And then I remember seeing a sample of one of them in the museum. It's just this huge pink crystal that forms on an animal's body. It's insane. But no, you're right. There is not a lot of raw magic here. It doesn't happen by itself. It always comes from somewhere else.
Is the gentleman who helped us aboard still is he still serving in the cabin as we're going along?
He seems to have come out of this small control area and is actively standing by if you need anything from him.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I was just wondering. My friend here is describing this zeppelin that was just landing on that building over there. Do you mind telling which district is that it was landing in? It obviously seems like quite a wealthy one.
Well, it's from the Brath district. They funded the project, from what I understand. But as for the inventor, I unfortunately don't know too much.
No worries. Thank you for your information, sir. You've answered everything I needed to know. Hey, Haley, you may get that ride on a zeppelin after all.
What?
Miles is going to click.
I think we may have to call in a favor, but I'm sure it could be done.
Don't tease me like that, Malu. I know it's in the Brath district, but I don't know if we could justify Zarkon spending that kind of money on us again.
I doubt he would need to.
No,
I'm presuming too much.
Yes, young lady. What can I do for you?
Brath district,
Yes.
in reference to the Brath family.
Yes. The matriarch, Zelina Brath, has been overseeing them for the last 20 years.
Is there one Zarkon in that family?
Zarkon hasn't been a public figure in Piltover for quite some time. After his father died and his mother took over running the household, he, from my understand, was banished, but left for his own pursuits in the end. It was all quite the stir, gossip back then, but I don't necessarily engage in that kind of speak.
Worry not, I'm not going to quiz you or anything, but it is correct to assume that he was once part of that family, yes?
Zarkon is the third child of Zelina Brath. He has a brother and a sister that are both older than him.
Sorry to bother you with that question. A final question. Is there by chance a Summers family in the city?
Summers family. Well, no. There isn't a
No distinct?
distinct
Okay.
Summers family in the city. There might be, but
Oh yes, I don't expect you to know every single person in the world.
in
Worry
terms
not.
of the big influential families, there is no Summers.
No worries. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Malice is going to turn to the group as if she was the first to figure it out.
I'm sorry to ask again, Jeeves, but do you think you could bring me another cup of coffee? That first one you made was delectable.
Not a problem. As he goes over, he takes a pot that looks like it was resting on some kind of stovetop-looking device. As he takes a mug out of the cabinet. Was it sugar?
No, thank
I
you.
forget. Pardon me. Okay.
No, thank you. It's all right.
There you go. Dear.
Thank you, Jeeves. And Haley just sits
Now-
back and lounges into the cushions and just is holding her mug in both hands and just looking out at the city.
There is about 5 minutes until we arrive at our destination. Can I get you anything to wrap the experience in a bow?
Honestly, Jeeves,
Do you have any, like, chocolate?
Chocolate.
Just
Yeah.
something small to nibble on?
Ah. A popular Piltover treat is macadamia. It has nuts, chocolates, and caramelized zea berry.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
oh yes, please, Jeeves. That does sound lovely.
He takes what look like these golden paper wrapped bits of candy out of a small refrigerated unit and on a napkin passes them around to each of you.
Haley takes a bite of her chocolate and then takes a sip of her coffee and just breathes this sigh of absolute just contentedness and joy and just relaxes into these cushions.
It's great. It's got that sweet, mellow, savory combination with your warm coffee. It's divine. It's the perfect midday snack.
Thank you, Jeeves. This is wonderful.
Nods. Well, we're here. Thank you for your patronage today. We hope to see you in business class in the future.
Thank you,
If you
Jeeves.
would like to leave a review, you can talk to my assistant outside.
We will. Thank you.
As you step out, you see Jeeves back up in his cart and put it in some kind of lot just next to the main track. You see another person wearing a similar uniform to him coming up to you.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, how would you rate your experience on Business Rail today?
10 out of 10 from me. Your man makes a wonderful pot of coffee.
Yeah, Dad is, he's been doing this for years.
Oh, he's your father.
Yes, I wouldn't call it nepotism, but he tolerates me in the workplace.
That's good enough for me. He does a wonderful job. And what's your name?
I'm Jives.
Nice to meet you, Jives. This I'm bringing my friends through for the first time on business class. And they've never been to the big city before, so.
That's great. That's great. Our investors love to hear from first-time riders. What did you guys think?
Certainly a novel experience for the uninitiated in the city.
Novel experience. And out of 10, what would you rate the service?
Well, I'm no closer to death than I was an hour ago. And for me, at the moment, that's...
How about I just put that down as 10?
It's a 10.
Great, great. And, young miss, how did you find it all?
It was rather wonderful. It's not a dragon or teleportation, but there's a certain joy to it.
Wonderful. Not dragon or teleportation, but a certain joy to it. Great. Fantastic. And out of 10, what would you rate it?
A 10.
10, 10, 10. Fantastic. Now, you guys have a great time in the Brath District. If you need a recommendation, I recommend the Golden Chives. It's what most people use as a new experience, eatery-wise. You can also check out some of our shops. We have some leading Hextech innovations from different inventors inside this part of the city. But also feel free to check out the grounds of the Brath Mansion. They do tours.
We will do, but also, Jives, would you happen to have a card for yourself and your father? Because if we do come back through this way, we'd prefer to request you two.
Oh, a card? I can just write you a name. Usually, if you ask one of the clerks, they'll put you in contact with whoever you were riding with last time.
Lovely. Yeah, if you would do that for me, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Jeeves and Jives, as he rips off a little slip of paper.
Haley's going to pocket it. Thank you. I hope to return with customs sometime soon.
Jives, come here. Let's clean up. Dad's calling me. Have a great time.
Thank you. Jeeves and Jives. We've had so many opportunities to adopt NPCs in this game, dudes, and we haven't yet, really.
They got a business to run.
Yeah, I know they do.
Want to go anywhere.
No. But it's good to have contacts in the transportation districts of Piltover. You never know when you're going to need them.
Welcome to the Brath District. Everything here, while still Piltover, is a step up. The amount of wealth and the architecture, the air, just the weather, everything seems to be a class above the rest. Looking around, you see happy people, not concerned with politics or threats.
Or poverty,
really
or anything in any way.
Yeah, it really seems like the good life around here.
Well, you two, what did you think? It's one of the only good ways to get a good view of the city.
Did you not hear us doing the comment card?
I know, but that's just procedure. I want to know what you really thought.
It wasn't a dragon. It wasn't teleportation. But it was still good.
Good.
Like I said.
Good. No, I just... for some reason, I find myself feeling defensive over Piltover for some reason. I don't know why. It's not where I'm from, but I have a certain pride in the place. And I want you to enjoy it as much as
Oh.
I did. As much as I do. Being back. That's all, I suppose. I want to show you
Tell
all
what,
the
this
joy that it
dam
has
is
to offer.
definitely masterpiece.
I'm sorry, Mallow, what was that?
I say, certainly this dam seems like a mechanical mastermind. It's a work of art. Holding up the entire city, it seems.
Well, yes, it has to. It forms the divide between Piltover and Zorn.
It holds the water out of Piltover and Zorn.
Well, that's
It's not the divide between two cities.
Oh, okay, sorry.
One of them's much more uphill. The other one's
It's
like,
downhill
much
and
more
closer to danger zone. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of holds the water out, Malu. It's kind of the whole point of a dam, is it not?
Oh, I have no doubt about that. I'm just marveling at it. It's beautiful.
It is. A lot of people died to make it, though. But that was always going to be the way when you try to force nature into doing things nature doesn't want to do.
Especially when you ignore magic options.
Yes. Legitimately, yes.
Anyway, shall we go to the Brath House or Golden Chives first?
Given what our friend Jeeves said in the cart, if Zakon Breath is at his family home, I'm sure he wouldn't mind a distraction. An excuse to go out or an excuse to leave. So,
Oh, well, I was just thinking, based on everything we know, Mr. Fate might, for some reason, be at the Chives.
I think
If
you're,
not him, then
I think you're right, but I think we should stop by the Zakon Breath home, or the Brath. I keep on saying Zakon just because he's the only point of reference I have. I feel like we should stop by the household first and see if he's there, and if not, then we'll go to the Golden Chive. Does that sound amenable to you?
yes. It also wouldn't surprise me if the Golden Chives was under his business.
Of course it will be. He can't stay away from hospitality venues.
All right. You guys make your way towards the center of the city. You follow the directions that you were given, Melissa, and you find yourselves in a main square. The building to your left of this large circular device, you see the large golden ring plate on the side of it, a main descriptor of the restaurant itself, Golden Child. So this is the building.
Righty so. Shall we see if they have space?
I think we should.
Not a problem. You enter, and through these large glass doorways that reach up 2 stories, they open in by themselves, just getting close to them. They part. As you enter, looking around, you see a large golden plate with, in cursive, the name of the restaurant over it. It looks like there's 2 pathways that lead around this kind of reception desk, not showing the main floor of the restaurant straight away. And you see an attendant staying there. Do you have a reservation?
No. Do you do walk-ins?
No, we don't.
Oh,
I
that's
believe our friend
unfortunate.
Zakon Breath is waiting for us.
Zarkon,
Yes.
give me a moment. As she walks around one of these corners, you stand here for about 5 or so minutes. Appears that this place has guards, as two gentlemen in rather large and breathable attire stand at their posts. They appear to have some kind of eyewear over their faces, and there's weird mechanical elements built into their clothing.
Like Hexic,
Shortly after,
like Hexic, but on the outside. Like augmented clothing rather than augmented body.
Similar, yeah.
Okay.
After a brief passing of time, she comes back outside. Please come through. We have a table for you.
Lovely, thank you.
She grabs what looks like a set of menus off behind the back of the desk, and you start walking around. As you move into this area, it is beautiful. There is a large, ornate glass ceiling with different colors reflecting in all over the restaurant. You see the tables seem to slowly move and circulate on some spinning central device that lends the illusion of floating and moving through the air around you. While in the center, you see what looks like a raised kitchen that you can see completely into, with several chefs moving and circulating each other like clockwork. It's incredible. Turning to your right, you see what looks like the backside of the large disc you saw before entering. As it moves around, it seems to be part of the massive mechanism that is this place. And as she walks into the center of the room, you see one of these tables slowly twist out of the ground as it sets itself through clicking mechanisms that open and fold, bringing out different bits of cutlery and centerpieces.
Dude, the
Please take
mental
a seat.
image I have of this is so intense right now. Holy moly. Your description of this stuff is out of this world, Angus. Incredible. Great stuff.
Thank you. When you're ready to order, please take the phone from the center of the table and speak into it. We will send directly to our kitchen, and if you need any physical service, one of our attendants will be with you straight away.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As you gather around and sit down, you see the receptionist moving back towards the entryway as a woman steps down from the entryway. She is decked out in what look like gold suited robes. A long smoking stick between two of her fingers. One of her eyes is monocles, and she has what looks like a mechanical brace running up her head and then twisting into her hair. She looks over towards you and starts walking. As she gets close, she takes a minute to look at each one of you, pausing for several seconds. Well, you're the ruffians my boy's been running around with.
Haley
have
gets
lunch.
up. Haley gets up from her seat and just kind of like does an awkward little
Ba,
bow.
ba, 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 ba. That is where we're going to end today's session.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
Save it for next time. Good job, guys. You got through a lot of stuff in the end.
But also nothing.
But it feels no, Hellcat. We're quite a way through several things. We just haven't finished one thing. We're doing the classic like multitasking.
Hey, you're two sessions into the second act of my campaign, so don't get disheartened. You're making good progress.
But like everything has
We-
time
we-
limits. We've not stuck to any of them.
Hellcat, we've been in the
We
city
may be a few
for
levels.
2.5
It's been a day.
days.
It's been a day.
We
You got here?
we may be a few levels higher,
Wait, no.
but
You're on
normally at the start of a campaign, we'd be fighting crabs right now.
you're in the second day.
Are we
Okay.
on the
This is
fourth?
day 2?
This day
It's day
2.
2.
Oh my
You got
god!
here, you did a bunch of stuff on that. You did everything yesterday after
It's
you guys had
Day,
rested.
it's day, it's day
2.5.
three.
So we're halfway through the third
the-
day.
Your first day here didn't count to the week
Okay.
limit.
Oh, I guess because we got here, slept,
Yeah.
spent me in bed the whole day, and Victor left, and then we were arrested. Then we went back and slept, got up, and then we did today.
Four.
So it's day 4.
Four. No,
Well,
but
3
got up,
technically.
Day
4.
3.
Got up, met Camille, fought
Okay,
drinks,
okay,
went
s-
home, slept. This is day 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've had 2 nights in the city.
Anyway,
This is our third day.
Mhm.
No, look,
3
You-
nights.
3 nights.
3 nights, day 3.
Arrival, sleep. Victor, sleep. Jinx, sleep. Today.
Okay.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Just to break it down like real
So-
short term, shorthand.
We have 5 more days before the
Yes,
Victor
if you're
thing.
counting this day as completed, which it's not.
Yeah. But I'm
Yes,
just saying, at the
correct.
end of this day, we'll have 5 more days before the church activates whatever
Okay,
they're planning
See,
to
this is why
activate.
I hate
Good, I-
time.
I'm glad I didn't fuck this up. Yes, you have 5 days.
Okay.
From now.
From now.
until Victor says he's gonna carry through and like he's
The
he's
threat.
lying. Yeah, he's threat.
Now we're having lunch with Zarkon's mother. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I knew this was going to happen in some description. The second you were like, I think Mr. Zarkon is here for us and waiting. I was just like, why did you go directly to that?
Because in Piltover you have to like use every advantage that you have. And right now Zarkon is
Couldn't have asked
like,
who the proprietor was?
it's obvious. It's Zarkon Breath. It's a Breath district. It's a hospitality thing. Either him or his his immediate family is going to be in control of it because it's the entire district.
Well, yes, but like, we've already known that he's been essentially exiled from the family, right?
Yep.
So, walking into a building under the propriety that we don't know who it is,
What's his
and going,
what,
hi,
honestly, Hellcat, like, the way I'm thinking of playing this is, like, Haley just knows Zarkon. And she knows that, like, if at the very least, mentioning his name is going to get us attention. And from attention comes intelligence. We're going to get information out of this one way or another.
True.
Well, that was a great session. I'm gonna leave you guys with it,
Alright.
but I will see you all next week. same
Officially
time.
next week. To those watching the stream, we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel next week. Pay attention to the Discord pings, pay attention to the tweets, and you guys will be able to see what goes on from there. Good night.